so ena Ghana mampanyin abedi akire na Jane Opoku Ajiman wano ena ede nsem bi agu akwam ne nyina ene se Women Development Bank no ensiseye ahodo gu akwam a nani age ho pa ya ebeboa ama ensise de wonum ehwe ani mu no wonsa etumi aka wei ene ensem ne bi ya eka ho ena me obrempon akosi jeboa magimre na mede besomo ewo fatse news flash eso anonti yenwura ensem ne mu na yemfa emunchiremu ahodo emfama wo yewura mu dia ye hyase ede afri Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enei His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ekopie mu ewo kwawu ene Easter said ye wonum ekodi no wo honom a kwawu wokodi ye no ono so ekopie mu ewo ho na kwawu business forum ene adwumayefo ene adwadifo wonum enseseye ene kasaho ahodo a ekoso ewo honom ena wode tudwa se wasade bi nso na wahunu se ye bia adwuma wo my Ghana mu a enka me ya ye se de wo bi adwuma no woni honom a na adwuma no atete apansam na woni bete no na adwuma no agu enam siseye pa yemfa nwu akwam na mpanimfo a wo bi adwuma emfa nwu akwam eno nti enema no ebasa eno nti wo sere mpanimfo se enei wonya simpie gina so a wo sere wo bi bia da wode ne sika ehye adwuma bia mu se won hwei na wonfa enyoma papa ene siseye pa enwu nkrata so no wonfa ngu baabi se de be ya adachi bi woni honom a won siseye ene woniema wode agu kwan mu no ebeboa ma adwuma no akoso atintim na agina ho afebo.
Alex talked about succession planning, and I believe that that's something that we need to do, because even in local businesses, that is the informal sector. Growing up as a teenager in Tamale, there was a popular Tozafi joint, and I think she was called Ayi or Maamina or something. And if you were growing up in Tamale and you didn't eat that TZ, then you really were not a Tamale resident. And I went back to Tamale at a point, and I wanted to eat TZ, and I asked, is this business still running? And they said, oh yes, I don't remember the name. Oh, she died, but her daughter has taken it over. That is effective succession. Like Alex was saying, the major problem with most Ghanaian businesses, the founder, once the founder is gone, then there's no proper succession planning. Relatives start quarreling over the business, and before you see, the business goes under. So we don't have sustained businesses. Businesses rise and they collapse. Businesses rise, new ones come and they collapse. And so let's, even as we're growing our businesses, we're talking about scaling up. I mean, if you're scaling up, you must have proper succession planning. Because if you grow from a small enterprise into a big enterprise, we don't want the founder one day when he's not there to have that business collapse. So there should be succession planning. It can be a family business. And so you must identify one of your children, if you want to make it a family business, to come into the business early and understudy you. And I'm going to say for one company that is doing well, and that is Kasapreku. The owner of Kasapreku is my friend, and he told me, I've done enough, I'm retiring to my village. He's gone to his village, he's planted cocoa farms, he's looking after chickens. He's asked me to come and take a look at what he's doing in the village, and his son is running the company, and the company is even growing bigger than when their father ran it. So succession planning is something we must look at.
Ghana mampanyin abedi Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman wanoso enei wokopie mu ewo Novepo za festival enye voter region honum afase ya wonum edesise so na honum na wone togbe siri ya botoso miensa wode ensrahwe ekopie wo na hemfie na ehonum ena nana Jane Opoku Ajiman vice president wochiremu a Ghana mampanyin John Dramani Mahama ne NDC aban ebra wonum ebo ntoa no wode ensem bi eto Ghana for eni titiriw ene emma anim se wode Women Development Bank ede ebeba na wo hwense se yampanimfo aye pa na wode agu akwamu a na ni agye ho pa na wode tum se Women Development Bank no etimi ba na ebetenase a ebeboa ma oman dwadie ene eho ensensem yensi kasem etimi agina wie pa na awie brane aboa ma manso wonum adwadie etimi akoso ebra Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman kasa no ensem sei bi ena ode tuja
has to do with financial resource to get the businesses of women going. And I want to assure you that we've made a lot of progress in establishing the Women's Development Bank. And that very, very soon, we really needed to take our time because this is something that is very, very important. Therefore, rushing into it didn't help us. We didn't think that it would be very helpful. So we took our time, and as I said, we made a lot of progress. And before long, you'll hear from us. The second issue is also very important for all of us. And we know that women's economic development is important for the whole family. And so, equally important is the children who are born differently or who have different ways of learning and of doing things. They are all our children, and these are always described as God's special creation. There's a reason why they are here. Our business is to learn to live with them and to give them what they need to be able to function like all of us in different ways. So I hear you on the importance of school for the deaf and for the blind. So we need to begin with training the personnel so that, as you said, some may be in the hospital and they don't even know what to say, how to say it, even for the nurses to understand what the issues are in order to help them. So it just shows that as a country there are other areas that we ought to be paying attention to. And special needs schools, the special needs are very, very important.
Yentwa so na yemfa de aka enfa ensomo Ghana aban said ye eye na koma so ade na wo hwe ne se wo behwe aboa ama oman yi yayarisa eho nsem ene yapomoden ho nsem etimi agina brane na akoyi enti no ene yi wo bo amane se wonum ayen hyseye ede emfidi ahodo ya ebeboa ama apomoden ho nsem etimi agina yie na etimi awie yie ama Ghana fo ene timamufo eno nti wonum ayen hyseye ya ene yi wo bo amane se Ghana ban ato emfidie ahodo de empa eka ho X-ray eka ho emfidie ahodo pi no a ya eboa ama yetumi agi apomoden awo ayaresabia ahodo ewo my Ghana mu ne de aban yi ensa aka ne nyina na enei osofo ya abono na wo hye oman apomoden eho ensem so honorable Kwabena Minta Akando ene enei wode nani akyeremu na wakohye enioma ahodo a wonum akradia begu oman Ghana mu na ebeboa pa ama ayaresa ene apomoden ho nsem atumi agina brane we enioma ahodo a ekeka ho ne bi aye empa sade ye nyina yanim se no bird syndrome abaji din wo my Ghana mu no eno nam so bi ama aban akrampa ahodo pi no ede aka ho bi sanso na dialysis machines ahodo ne nyina aban ede abo ho amane se ne nsa atumi aka bi sanso na X-ray machines vital sign monitors ne nyina ayemfidi ahodo a ebeboa pa ama ye oman yapomoden ho nsem atimi agina mudie na eno na osofo no ade tu jase wo becheche amanako oman mu ayalsabia hodo a ewo oman ncho no ne nchiaso nyina wo bibiada ensa enso ebetumi aka bi na aboa ama wonum djumadi a wodie na wo pese woboa ema oman Ghana yapomoden ho nsem etimi agina brane no ne nyina etimi atumpon na akoso aboa ama oman no etimi afa ne ntoma pa ede afira efise oman ebetumi akoso na awie mudi a agina timamufo apomoden eso Yagoswa eka achiremo se aban esan ebo amane se enei se me no wo kasai wa wonim se o my Ghana mu ane ka eho ayedin pa se ne okodru anajo anase anopapa wo peka akwa adwumu a ene wunya bi ene ho ensensem bebre woni a obefa mo nso a na wapeja ebo nim se de wono ankasa epe eno enam so bi ama aban ebo amane se enei wakra basis ene wo hapa ena wode abepie mu ewo my Ghana mu se ebeboa na asom o my Ghana ewo yakonia badie ahodo eho na ni nyina mu no Ghana ban ebo amane se enka wonum ehwe basis ahasa anim na wo ha ena abeduru de aka nyina wo bo amane se wonsa ebetumi aka na aboa ama Ghana yakonia badie eho ensem ne akwantempon ho ensem so atimi enso awie mudie na yenso ye ho atimi ahenhan yen wei ene ensem hodo a enei mensa aka na mede somwo ewo fache news flash eso enonti meka wo se kase yi wani age ho na wa Philippa na bibia so akoso se de open a eye ke adu gas and oven ono aso ye e na obekọ ono na abobo sika ede asomasene se mefa emesomwo na wo se ye oven pa de a ene ye hwehwe na tira kwan ye frɛ no 6Am se wudi nati na se wope ne gas and oven ni bia o ebeboa wa ma mo amoton niema mo no aduane ton de mo hia bia momna na so ye obeye ede amamo de ede wom ne se ono ne de ne de bibia egugu na kwam emfa jasese biada emfa emrewo eno nti wujade honom wo hia bi ane babi biada wo no aduane no wo hia ke edu gas and oven ne nsise ye no eye edasron kokora eno nti ko na so ye na ekoje fane number no egu screen ne so no na wone no entwetwe enkomo ene anopai aha ena ebrebe ma me kwan na me de kasie esie meka wo se de aka nyina empanifo betena nkonya so na wonum ade Daybreak dwumadie no atoa wo so medin ene obrempon Lisbon Perry Macau.
entna ebra wo catch man sign say obi bia on social media platform no or activate na fe yemfa nkomo no enhyehyɛ so the ubonkrata nkomo no the bro the African proverb will give you sports na yamu ehun ye ekoso international and on the local front and one of the matches was rained off. I expected say ombebo 90 minutes so ombebo 45 minutes so the Champions League is also coming up. Which of the matches and anopewo jebre na wetie mu nkomo ne dura nwumra wanya bre akohwe no nso empanimfo betena ase na yedi nkomo no se yedi no se uko Eastern regional omu di Easter no kwan sronko so they were more concentrating on business oba santimantem omai Ghana mu nyina ensuo se yetum se yentum eno nso ho nkomo ho a ye bejebre na yedi ansana no kai say enkoma yade ebrewi nyina no obetimi akira adwen on your WhatsApp platform. You send us a message on 020-754-3637 020-754-3637. This is your African proverb for the morning. Rising early makes the road short. Rising early makes the road short. That's your African proverb for this morning. Afia, manche.
Yeah, it's her brother.
Let's say.
Yanko Panda Roma, Yahoden.
Ah, who was Naim ye kase. Nana Muntun so a boamayan so ya de nice see ye. Did you say you stand nay?
Oh, nay,
Nayara. Kofi, na stand to say.
Offer Easter with the name do. Hey, we Easter in any geo crum sada. Any geo crum, sika crum, ahutu crum.
Yes, sika crum.
Any geo crum, sika crum, ahutu
crum over.
Okay. Afia, young African proverb near na fi said you didn't come.
Maybe sika no one maestro betchim. And the African proverb no, bro. Or say. Woko entamo a emakwan no eyetia enti wo pekra so a rising ninti wo de fa osore ehyeho ebeyi edi ninkyeremu ene nenti ase enam eye simple se ade bia wo pesa wo ye no wokọ ho ntentem pa etimi ema wo ye ade no ewie ntem adwuma bi ewo ho ya esesa wo ye sa wo sori anopa hema ana wo ye obi a wo taye niema anopa ebua wo ama wo tumi nya bre e de ye ade no eyie eba sa pressure bia na wo so wotumi enya adwiremu fan e de di dwuma no kakra wani beba ho so no na ade no wa ya awie na enso so hwese adwuma bi ewo ho na wan sori ntamo anye na ebi a watena se atwentwen so na awia apie ewo adwuma no a wo ye no so afa na wani kura ha ade no woni nam ho saa na aginsem nemom sa anapatututu no na odi ahoden foforo sori waka ena wukọ ade ne ho ntemo a by the time I obewie no kra no wan kasa beti shock say na sesi na ade me ko ho mawie fi sa samre na wo sori anopa no obstacles no ye less me say me ti hoi ya sori ahomachi asori se dru me ne da na mesi me niema me na enka say ene de me sori ahomachi nkonti me da ma na bobia no nso no nsia no nine na me san sorry obi say na de me menda so me se an ade a me chiri ni se wo ya ade te se wo pra efie wo kọ kakra na obi abetwa wanam wo kọ kakra na obi abetwa wanam e ma adwuma no kra ya den na e sign e stretch e kwa achire but no nine wasi form ni asasa wo ye bia wa ye ten enru se woni a wada en sorry no na de bibia kogu so tro na benwa na waje ne tentem so na niema akoyie amaw enti osuku ni ya wo boabo ne ho no akotrom sohwe se wonya time na wosua de yia ekoni tirim ema stress ne ye mre enti okọ exam hall no kra no wode anigye bi na ekofiri se wono ahunu ne se wonya ebre aboaboa ne ho wasiesie na dwene na koma e de ama nsọhwe no a wokọtro no enti okotena se a na wo hwe nipa wono wo procrastinate ye monto ho na wan pebre amfansua de ne ya na nsonso no ye da won montam afọ bo se nipa no wo ndwetwede e wo exam hall ho twa ni ho na wo meboa wo wansua de enti unim ne wo kọ akọtro ade achia no pa wo bekọ adwuma wo da sori ase wo bedware no abobo ho ntenta wo de kokoasa saa enti wo kwa na traffic chewa afa wo teka no wo de chew trotro no a wo kofro na nye wo private car na wo twi no kai hunu se nipa ba ko bi asi a wo bepa bi ahyem nemom se wo kontemo a enka wo mo etwe o mo na ase wo kwan mu ni nyina no enhyeda enha wo bebrefri se wonim se breda wanimu ansa no wadu wadwumam we so de wo atma se ama time no awe wo dada enti trotro ni gina se wo no wo bon trotro afa nipa na upesa one driver akoko ono so na adwuma no eno a eno wo ye no enti asɛmniti a watwam ene se ye beye bibia ye mmɔ ye ho hyew na yenya ne ntam so sense ye betena se na ya brebre enema asia na enema afa yase eba ne saa ade no wo ye kra so wuntimi enye ne yie emma results a wo hwehwɛ no wonsa entimi nka in simple terms wo ya ade no earlier emma less stress esan emma ade na wo ye no eye successful nemom se wo twentwa wo na ase emma ebre no ekwa afi na ma wo stress no aba be ye bebre na adwuma no a wo ye no so results a wonsa opasa wonsa kan no wunya no saa enti anya proactive yenya procrastination na ade ne ba entempa so ye monto ho ye nsore na ye mo ye ho hye na yenya ade no na etimi aboa ama results a ye hwehwe no ye nsa etimi akanti na no pay se de ya bebuo no eka no ye nyina ye de ye afutuo ama ye ho na ya na ye kata so amak enna no anya ye de bebre na wia ankoto ye adwuma so e basa wani be ha wontumi nyɛ na wonya good results enti yentwe ye ho fo na freestyle break kono yankeka ye ho ye ma ye ho nye ha anopa hema ni asi so na de esese ye no ye dura wi a wo all the time to sleep and rest ye da ase bebre
anopa Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics at Daroma Millennium Construction ye de ubonkrata nkomo ni nyina we begin with the daily graphic this morning. And the daily graphic, the Zimbabwean president visits Accra composite and recycling plant. The other story says, I would improve road network to ease traffic in Kwo. The last story and the big story says, Easter goes developmental. Religion takes back seat as tourism community promotion brand takes over. The daily graphic.
Abusia the daily graphic de obokrata no na ehya ase wo ha na wo hwe animu a wodi sembebre na aba omampani John Dramani Mahama ekọ Kwa na wotwi awieye na wodi sembebre ekọ tudwa na samba ko ya daily graphic aboho amane ene se wo so obeboa na wonomo asiesie akwan ya ewo Kwa na etumi ama ahyen ye taibo piesu bebre titru pa Easter festivities ni mo no ano etumi abrase free se wo hwe se de wonu mutimi di traffic so sa don hwere bebre wo bekokora no na Easter no emu de nyina eye atu na wo mu wie na wo san esane afribe pono so eno so ye boache bidin enti mampani edi nani akohunu die wo bo amane se wo be pe na wasiesie akwan na etimi aboa ama ahyan ye tabo pe so e wo Easter bre mu no ano etimi abrase nti we eye na sende ya akọ ede ama kwawo timemufo ne etoso biem ya Daily Graphic aboho amane omampani ya wo free Zimbabwe mino emum yewra Emerson Mnangagwa ono so abepie mu ansa na yekodi Easter no wa hakra na wodi nani kire Accra Compost and Recycling Plant wakwa hwe sede Ghana for Sabola one mo ede ekọ na empanimfo hye na eniema hodo bi a wo bola numa woyi no odada ni a ebetumi ayeyie no wo mo nso etimi kirekire ne niema mu emu nyina ye kwan obafa so abesua niema na wode akọ ne mai Zimbabwe emu amane eda ha en was Easter Goals Development atrasa afidie Easter no na eniema hodo efirimu ba ye nyina ye mpunto na empanimfo ahye niema yie ama nye Easter fashe ya yede agi anyinko a na de niema bebra eye empuntusem abre omai Ghana enunti o kirese wo hwe so enye religion ko a enti ne edi Easter no afi tourism boosti papa de course ogomua de course ewo kwaw de course Ashanti region ha lake ni miamia hodo bi aka no kirese afi akwansra dwumadie nam Easter so etumi afa ne ntuma pa efrant anopai Daily Graphic amani yawade abeni.
We move on to the Chronicle newspaper, and the story says deliver value for money or face sanction. Get fund boss warn contractors. The other story says let's isolate politics from business. MPP minority tells Kwewu Business Forum. The Chronicle.
The Chronicle, the Obokrata no ede openi power no eneda get fund and no say administrator apology nimfoni aba. En was sika ya aban eyi ede free get fund for no mo. Ede ama contractor for one mo beye adwuma ede ama aban no. One mo epe emfaso ede afrimu. Enti contractor wodi sika ne ma no nkoye ne ma kokwasa bisi basa e ma aban no emoka. Sika no woje se contractor ni na obeye adwuma ne nko ade aye na emfaso emraso eho amane eda the Chronicle the Obokrata no emum Kwewu Business Forum ya ekoso na wochi awie ye no minority forso edo money ekire ho nti wo hwe the Obokrata no animo a Yewra Alexander Afenyomakin minority leader ni mfoni eda ha ena deputy minority whip ono so ni mfoni eneda ha yi na one more HSS minority for and a one more eka yenyi politics enfa free business forum ya one more no emo enunti enano one more ekọ no one more eka saye ede efa eniema etesa ho se Ghana betimi atumpo na afa ne ntuma pefra na ejina enwuma ekwan aban befa so ye obebo enwuma ho branfidi dwuma akade ne ahodo a wo mo hia nyina wode ama won mo de ono aso ye entrepreneurship na aban apia no ewo kwan bi so eba ne sa etimi emoman no etumpon na sa bre bia won mo eye amanyosam ne de nyade a ebeboa enti owura Jerry Ahmed Schwab ene minority leader Alexander Afenyomakin and omufoni da ha one more de sefutu ema empanimfo the Chronicle abohu amani.
Let's continue with the Ghanaian Times this morning, and the story says deliver quality projects or face sanctions. Get one story is running in almost all the front pages, and the other story says Middle East crisis, choose dialogue over violence. President Mahama appeals at Easter service. The Ghanaian Times.
The Ghanaian Times, the Obokrata the apology administrator Emma get fund na money no enso aba enti ensan enkomo ye contractor for a obo mo kokosa nyi sika no nkoye kokoasa ma adwuma no mfaso emra so ena ahano mo sei no wobo amane se omampani John Dramani Mahama na no kwawu awon ko ye ni wode ni Easter message etu dwa no ena wo srew se Middle East ewo mo sa wo mo meyen wo mo wo no hwa pa na nso ogiri se message de wo deliver ya na ekọ ekire enti wo sempanifo se enye etuo ene topaye bebrebe no ena ebetumi ama ohawo ya akofa sa Middle East ntokwa aba ewo America Iran ene Israel fo ntemo no ano betumi abrase nemum enkonwa sie so hia won mo nsi nkonwa na won jojo won mo nkasa eni nkomo na won mo enpe ohawa aba no ne pomasibre essence ye tutuo ye totopa ye hye oma bia sene ade no de emwa nti mampani John Dramani Mahama futuo ya na no wonam ne Easter message so e de amampanimfo e Middle Easter won mo de ntokwa abo ani e na no pay the Ghanaian Times the bokrata no abo amani.
Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics at Daroma Millennium Construction yet the Ubonkrata and Common Ebro. The Daily Guide this morning says deliver value or face sanctions, get funds to contractors. Minority Islam government over poor business policy. And Quell Business Forum, the governor of Bank of Ghana highlights policy trade-offs and big push benefits side chicks, and that's a Mahama story on the front page of the Daily Guide. The worrying one this morning says woman cuts off daughter's toe. These are stories on the front page, the Daily Guide.
Ebusia for Daily Guide the bokrata no de nsembebre enam na wo share Daily Guide enimu ya what the get fund amanye no so aba ebiemu ose mampani John Dramani Mahama ese big push no emfaso ebeba so pa de ama enipa ahoduo binom said the Daily Guide ebo amanye no ose side chicks just big push no ewa niama esi won mani so nanso wono mo eye sa niama ni wi a obetimi apone ho kakra ama esomfa so no aso atenaye ene timamufo ahodo bi no so o my Ghana wono mo nyina benya mfa so e de free big push no eso na yewra Jerry Ahmed Swab ena no wo mo kwa business forum one more day to just woni politics emfa emfri o men enwuma mu no na mane esan edaha and na one more say one more ene aban no atre enchaka se ekwan a one mafa so etoto enwuma wo Ghana ha na san hyeda entwa yie ti one more entu o mani emfa show my businesses ebiem Daily Guide asan abo amane se maami bi wono ankasa ne ba ne nan kokromuti watwa ebi afri so ama no akwaye arehosem na sanso na kwa business forum no governor ya oda Bank of Ghana anom Yewra Johnson Esiama wono so e de akasa fa omansi kasam ho na wo kire se adwadie enso ejina brane pa ankane no se de wonmo ebe so Bank of Ghana mu na inflation etie na Ghana cedi na hoden ewo form no se o matoto ne ma pa ama eniema esisi na kwam obia di adanse ese cedi enya hoden na inflation so aba form nti na che so my Ghana adwadie na eba abepeja no ama bibia etimi afa ne ntuma pefra no pe Daily Guide ba ya na mani bi.
Let's continue with a new trust this morning. Food and Drugs Authority warns of fake HIV test kits on Ghanaian market. The other story, Trade Ministry intervenes to stop sachet water price increase. Talks set for Wednesday. The big story, focus on propagation of the gospel instead of anti-gay law. The presiding member for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly urges clergy and others. The new trust.
The new trust, the Wokratano, Eba ene anopeya. Ninsem bi ya wode enam Food and Drugs Authority FDA empanimfo ena won mo ebo kokose HIV test kits binom aba edwaso wo mususu se enye papa fake enu nti omanfo emmo won ho kokko na won hye no wankwa nkotto niema bi a etesa afei wode ebekwa test no na eba be man results bi a wote ho anu akoma ebo birimbirim enu nti yenye ahweye I was a so the new trust the workers and the home amanye aba. Afei and someone would be at the new trust air can be and say came presiding member. And what they are the sre to a main for anyone my dada assume for no and him said anti-gay law no and ya nunti and yame frɛ womo. Womo has said dear and now so man yame frɛ womo a year as some pattern no. One more back amana come mea. One more shepherd, ya walk can yan. To one can yan on for one more uncle baby papa and cast and pie, then will be a heaven, yan to get law, and one more money air baby swanty came a presiding member. And I walk cancer at the chair as so for ya a war on my Ghana a moon. Say and penny for and more money see us and panosona. Now no. Ghana for nyina kuta hwehwe ene say one ma wo mo sachet water ebe kan say enra sis no wo mo be hyase na wo ma pagya sachet water ebuo mu enu ntikane na wo fa bag na bia ye 8 cedis ewo track no mu a say wo kotwa the ono retailing the bama 15 cedis near the way the trade ministry abem wadi kan ene wo mo akasa siese adwobre wo mo ntwentwan niema so na wo mbehya da tena siese nkonwa ukuada ye ochena na wo ma dwendwene hu yie na afei se wo mo bepeja mu kra na wo maye ntoto a ebetimi aboa obi a wo ton wo ade ne de wo ba beto no obi a nso ankwa nkonwi bebre nti trade ministry aso yeti atwia so kakra ya enra ne nne de wo ma twentwan so ukuada wo si wo nkonwa wi a eni ebehunu ba bia suicide body ho no efa yinti na no pe the new trust the bokrata no so na mane e kakra bia waboni
Beson Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics ye adwumaku a wo amanone wo pese ode niema eba o my Ghana mu o my Ghana wo pese ode niema ekwa amanone titiri mu amwo amanone na mo pese ye de car ebremo say ye cargo car ye bus ana say ye pickup saloon car and Beson Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics adwumaku no eni nkomo wo behwe na wayi car no wa shipo car no ebedu o my Ghana mu a wo beyi wo habo na ode abre wo ba bibia wo wadwuma hote wombo no nso edayi iti se eye niema a odi firi amanone eba o man Ghana mu ana niema a odi firi o man Ghana ekwa amanone a ene Beson Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics adwumakuo no eni nkomo tema community 2 Accra International Airport wo asante mantemu a won wo Kumase Dichemso obi bia woni won edi nkomo no e wa dansidie sronko. The numbers on the screen, give them a call. Na wonhwe emwa na manone niema Ghana niema ode ku obi manso no wonwa no onye ne saa pepepe ema Millennium Construction adansie hu niema Millennium Constructions wonbeboa ama niema nyina atuto yie asase na wo pato asase na wo pese wo ton Millennium Construction ebeboa na waye ne pepepe de ama dan na wusi open gated community mu atena won ewo bisa o single room na ope ana say o dan no 3 bedroom flat and ope and any komo ministries department and agencies da me bo wa mane me say public accounts committee o mbese obekọ ho a oni Millennium Constructions anya adwuma na wo mo Boshen na Yas Junction ho no wo ene woni nkuta ho na wo mo amantotoye no enye kamama na sika bia ni ho a utua yen kase sika no ahye Millennium Constructions. The numbers are on the screen. Make sure that you do business with them. Anopay aha na yede da ubon krata nkomo no ebisi ye dan yen ho ye ba agudie mu nsam yede ni nyina ebro Daybreak Jumedie Facha Television so. Good morning, Luther.
Good morning, legend.
Let's say,
Nyame adom number chose.
Yehowa ne yenhwefu bibia nya nhia ye.
De nyame ase.
Easter no ko kama ma.
Oh nyame adom.
Bibia hihye ye.
Nyame ne bibia ko kama.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh nyame adom.
Oh yeah, sure.
Nyame adom.
Okay. Nyame adom de na is na nya so ye.
Oh ko yi pa.
Ye de ni ato awurade so nya sa.
Opanyi so de so ko yi.
Oh, my country say Yehowa no hwefo a. Firiye ni ho ehia. Ai, ti me de asebia ni fi.
Mati.
Na okọ foreign front ho a. Newcastle enkomo no a wo mu didi no. Papa no ase de o mpese o mu ja ne kwan bi. Na Italian football no minim se de aye sese. Italian football they say they has a home komo bia ni hɔ Antonio Conte nra o win match we say the old din nkomo no na che say as we nya Italian team no a obeba befa
Gattuso beko because omo FA boss no already were resigning.
Okay,
so when team and for man qualify and World Cup
na no match na ba so Kumasi no e dey na ama ya mo second half no
enura nsuo toye na nam from asu because first 45 minutes in the ball we no na players no dressing room omuru awanche na mframa na chase nsuo ni jai mo so na nsuo na no den na mframa no eso no den nti
Ghana ha ye bobo na nsuo to na mframa e bo se de ehun ne nra no ball ne maso
football no na mra nti basa referee frɛ both captains no odomo ba pitch no so na or the ball no wa drop it yebeka so they are dead almost some meters bi as a ball no timi epim from edu sa level na chese ombetimi abo am na yi but on
the dead ball no
the ball and timi ntine was say omo call it game now
abuzafo ya dead ball how I Luther ebeto aso pejani mu ntina no
Let us say a brother Selson na a brother day after day Easter. You be breaking it down, touching it down. Na you're knocking it down. Near Jamu Yom Power, a man on sem, any official, some outdoor. Ya one on another pay, the Bedamo. Boya, and opening proper. Your friend Benas, executive producer. Na Darman was Madi at the Asuma Misasra Albu Diaby. As we at Edward at Chimidi at the Taken smart said then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama C China Oman Panini Bako Pe Gudano Wakasa was a Savannah region and chair Ompenya new stadium. A yentil choir Ghana Man Panini Efa so Kasam HHM at the MIA.
In the area of sports and recreation, the Savannah region is going to get a brand new sports stadium, Savannah Sports Stadium. We're also constructing modern 24-hour markets in every district in this region. So every region will get a modern 24-hour market. These markets will create job opportunities, business expansion, and continuous economic activity. And they are designed with the youth in mind. Opportunity does not announce itself, it must be prepared for. In the area of sports and recreation, the Savannah region is going to get a brand new sports stadium, Savannah Sports Stadium. We're also constructing modern 24-hour markets in every district in this region.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was a Savannah region and Ompenyago Prama a monocra a Savannah Stadium Omupenyana Bagu Kensemun Sama Omuso etimi Edia Bwama Mabuno so etima from Montuma Pelfra Jengram Ewo Ghana Supporters Union Yenimse Ba Agu Kensemun Sama Jawo Eya Kwekubi Omakomo Bom SS Ghana Jina Asia Kempia omo enebetai me pacho chese agukanse kroachi no man support omo no mo so about the World Cup me pacho nsempi enaba yentie omo
Tabi so Ghana supporters vim yedi konu enye vim kitwa ye po ye was stand ball ye be bobby ye be bobo nu bi what I say dede nyame di che because the president and the president or say a president in polo 40 on there onu ha ye ni ho polo ni ho ha ye ni ho ya dede enye because who call Europe go amu sa dede omu ye who show Barcelona about dede na be show ye be dede be show ye be dede ya di benku ya di gari ye be dede sa we nye salad I got the next coffee ye di gari ye di benku ye di dokun ye dede sa 247 ye my dede I go say odopa ye jiga be sa one weakness on ye dede ye juma mimi john uni ma onim dede me dede
Ghana Supporters Union. Supporters omukwa team na chi World Cup ebetodwa ewa America, Mexico and Canada. Omo say omo do omo kwa no Ghana duane ena omukodi omunye diwia dia kanyina ye nsuo onya no gara na bia eba wodiaye we gara so achi no banku ho na omo fa wenya Lipton wenya Milo wenya we na omo chese ekoma kwade wo omo enti teteni de omo peye no dia team na chi no bia ye kama na owre fan Ernest Thompson oka opanyin we emrebe to folk no dintintimai pa na what in Sempia Tuga about Black Stars, the next coach and was a Ghana Yenya.
I think we all agree that we need to go for a high-level coach. I don't believe that because of the developmental issues, a coach cannot make a difference. Coaches make differences in a team, right? So we can still do it, right? Let's not lose hope. What I was saying was, if I were on the FA, right, I'll take a coach up to the World Cup. Maybe with an option to renew depending on performance after the World Cup, because coaching is a very funny job. Nobody knew that Klinsmann would take the US team into that level. Nobody knew that company can manage Bayern and the rest. So coaching is a very funny job. But if we take a coach and sign the contract up to the World Cup, if maybe an option to renew depending on performance, I would prefer that, because if you go and sign a long-term contract and anything happens, as you said, the team itself is going to be involved.
Opanyini Ernest Thompson naturally Sagana Yabefa coach bidena ko World Cup the kind of contractor empanyin for emfamano na enye based on performance contract say coach bia omobefa no or the team no eberam akwa kopiem World Cup and was some the clause a shame so ko National performance subject for renewal after the World Cup. No more renew at the man. Yes, sir. No to papa so pa. Then you had the infant finish. And I say a book when I say and I watch him at the Amaye. Young fun to as a calf. Africa School Football Championship no egusua etoda results no ene ye de amamuram e group B Ghana e win 6-0 etia Guinea. Ghana, yet Tanzania sha Ghana, actually Tanzania born 2-1. Say Ghana, a ball against Burkina Faso, and no Urama African Schools Football Championship, and no and a toga, ye Jamu as for at Yamam Ewutmadian so. Now, me patron, Dr. Patrick Ofori, on so Kasa about our game. Key issues are, and what your games, Yente and smart Dr. Patrick Ofori, editor.
We have a key issues, and I don't think as a country we are prepared to fix it. We have a serious problem with our coach education. If you cannot name anybody within the 32 million people, clearly then it means we've not done well. It's like investing in science equipment and laboratory equipments without necessarily having science teachers to take over. That is clearly an issue that has bedeviled our national team for some time now.
And we answer Dr. Patrick Ofori about your game, no key issues. So, said I was said no maguna cramo, Babwa A plus, and said a pre-planning no man so intimacy, and I know what church at the MIA. Jimro Mohato folk, Oriah friend Masoud. Didi Dramani had to for coaching on Wakasa about Accra Sports Stadium. Yenten Sama coach Ekafa.
We have in Ghana is a Accra Sports Stadium. If you are a good football loving person, you want to play on a very good pitch like this, so that you can pass the ball. I tell them that on Astro, if you can't pass the ball, there's nothing like the turf, because everything is flat. We played at the calendar, right, and the ball will be bouncing here and there, but still it improved our technical abilities, because you need to read the situation, the trajectory of the ball, and the biomechanics of it to know that I'm coming from here, the ball is going to bounce here, and the next angle I have to get it is to get to this angle and then get a good trap and then get a good control. Even that one we're super. So those days, if we are going to play at Accra Sports Stadium, we have to go to a small grass place just to train on it 1 or 2 days, because you know you are going to play on the grass. This is the best pitch that you can have in Ghana. So if you have a chance to play matches here, you can always do your best, and then you have.
Didi Dramani say Ghana, the best air pitch I wore Accra Sports Stadium. Junior Kwenya so besi akan ho na e was so football de unim inside the osi bono no e was so bono na akototo papa so a ublemu air pitch a enye yi eno ayen sama opayini tuga obi na chairman Yusuf aswa kasa o se kotokode sesabe omo ye mawo yente chairman Yusuf.
Prove ourselves that the first one wasn't good for us, but I think for now, and we are playing it at Kumasi, and Kumasi being our home grounds all the time, we dominate over there. We thank God, and I wish everybody could be there that day to see what we are going to do. House of Folk is ever ready for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They are our kids all the time. When we say we'll beat them, we beat them. So we are waiting for the a lot because it sells us. It let us be the superpowers of Ghana football, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy that all the time the Parliament House remember us to choose these two clubs to participate in this special
ahead of the game at Daumanim Omna Santi Kotoko the World Cup game, and na chairman Yusuf HHM say Omusha Kotoko ewo Babayara and tell the Hearts of Folk Elbon Oman Kasafi Omutumi Chechere at the Swam of Kotoko Eye Omuma Yemwa Santi Kotoko and Ghana Premier League gamer Omuboye against Samates game no antimi amana we first 45 minutes and a banner we no mu dressing room amoko prepare for the second half na and nsuo ejamu nsuo ni timi toya na no de na mframa so ewom na time a ba say the center referee and captain sinbian be gina go prama no so na omde ball no e drop here epim pitch no so rest ball no betimi abounce so e betimi awe adu so meters a omopa na say game na timi abounce so then so omde ball no e drop pitch no na say ball no e bounce a enye ye eno nam so ama referee call game no off anopai report amete say 9 a.m. and the next 45 minutes second half no on the ball and the account before set game no be rain off no na first 45 minutes Kotoko Nshebi Samatex so entimi Nshebi na me pacho urama on a gate fees 10 Ghana cedis 10 Ghana cedis popular stand and at 20 Ghana cedis as well VIP next what you pay at 9 a.m. o person Remo Asante Kotoko Baba Yarana Kreom Samates 45 minutes second half game na me patrol kana next what kone be bia so tuma ye kama eso ediama eno dawa ye jejamo ediama yemfa fisem nsia na yemfa amono nsem entoa so emfa emamo na me pacho yentwaso na yemo adwuma ewa amanone na yemfa mama ye hyase ewo abibrem ha Eritrea ye ka Eritrea me pacho maye wo abibrem ha na ba AFCON 2027 prelims no match hyase ebo na omobo qualifier against Eswatini ema Eritrea for etimi ewini ye na around 7 players etimi adwane e free Eritrea camp so far omo adwane omo so omo man no emunye se omo bobo no omo ko man emu ya omo dwane no omo akwakopa adwuma ye na utwe Eswatini omo se board out South Africa dem it Eritrea 7 players no ya dese omo ram omo ekọ South Africa kopa adwuma ye omo so omo man no pa de tofi akwa omo enkonkobo biom da na nya first time omo akwakobo game omo national team akobo match players adwane ni yaso 2009 ya dese almost the entire players omo ekopo bo Kenya yeso mu nyina nsanko Eritrea biom dodo na adwane wo Kenya adea omo nko man mu biom 2013 and so 15 players any team ni doctor so omo kobo bo Uganda yeso mu dwane ekosiki asalam ese Eritrea omo nko Kenya omabano omubeka ho omuwie omumafru player A15 players na yehu enu si 2013 2015 10 senior players so Botswana and omkobo ball omuwie na no so 10 adwane we 2019 omu under 20 players no so omko Uganda na biase kwakwo dwane and so far uwura mpacho enye first time ebinie omu bobo na se omko omu na nesa team kosi akaya dodo na nabo nsene bia dwane ba kumienu na omu dwane enu edeba mame mepacho bone bakumbu na bakambu Cedric Bakambu onu April Bodma Real Betis na okobodma DR Congo omu qualify for the World Cup playoff no na omu enjoy papa na ukoroma Adesa West Ham for said omu kase omu APC DR Congo Football Association so omu akipu ero one pisaka no sana Bakambu eso no celebrate okawa afen wa touchdown as was Spain ame pacho obere ame biaso atimi ayekama na mami DR Congo omu celebration no and uram ewo DR Congo after 52 years omu timi qualify omu kopema World Cup no omu celebrate omu president no ema place su open topaz ema omu ne entire nation as we a celebration ya ready and take kakra. Na me pacho almost celebrating her and a blessing so much warning and my Portugal no Portugal the same group almost say Portugal can be handled na say pet my handle Portugal if so much team ni ye me place kroma me Portugal sha pe yawa and no at the eba na me pacho mame emfama as say supporter ye fe Lumumba world recognized supporter Lumumba Adesa on air supporters no so celebrate here na ne patron iconic gesture also joyous statue no peda and sabako 90-minute game kick-off chance here obejina wa peda and sasa one can one fan and santo ekwese game no pa na wie here enura wo ye sa de ni biem ama bibia so etimi aye camera eno ene daso a ye checha ma breaking it down na enura players no ankasa led from captain ye find Chancel Mbamba omu kache omu coach na president as a place no omu pese babia omu pekopia no supporter fe Lumumba e ka omu ho na omu de nante World Cup no babia omu bia hotel omu da omu ne supporter we da na bia so etimi eye kama enti no omu de special request amoma mpani na FM panyimfo amopan bia kama na uroma omu mpani tima DR Congo Abasubotia, what my place no plot of land or my player beer land or my beer new jeep na my extra cars our tema woman ultra DR Congo man panina and me pacho jeep no what my players na ultra air kana na sano te efe kana na daswa ya dema na sika wasat my DR Congo players no was see on today envelope no kufu envelope no emu edu sika no emu ade after 52 years DR Congo etima qualify na omu ekopiem eso World Cup e was so show man munyam na bia so etimi yakama enu nti so check your panyin no new jeep casa wadima place na align up ye jeja mo etiama mame CAF president Dr. Patrice Motsepe nyame pa ne ya opiem ewo Senegal after AFCON epetoga esenya Senegal for na age after some tournament on the pitch you know amusi Morocco de nsem koda appeals committee our CAF match trophy at the ama Morocco and a CAF president Eperam aso our Senegal no one Senegalese Football Association akodim komo serve attention from na Senegal amu FA boss before CAF president baba opina kasa na urama nsema opina Senegal FA president Abdoulaye Fall aso di tu gaente kakra.
Vraiment, le président Motsepe, s'il prend la décision de venir au Sénégal, il sera très bien accueilli ici au Sénégal. Parce que aussi, Nous sommes tous des Africains. Ici aussi, c'est son pays. Le Sénégal, c'est le pays de la terre.
Ɛdeɛ si ya yɛde ma sɛ ɔmo deɛ asomdwe na ɔmo pɛ ɔpanyin ne ba na ɔbɛka no kora ɔmo so ɛne ne bibi asomdwe ɛbɛyɛ kama maame Lamine Jama maame mepatwɔ wɔde Lamine Jama Jesse ɛso ɛde ama Davido okɔ Nigeria ɛne world recognized ɛyɛ musician Davido mepatwɔ ne maame no maame Sheila no ɛna wɔde Lamine Jama Jesse ɛso ɛde ama no maame ɛnura Urama Monday Night Football resource out way Timmy Pae Yamfa Emma Enua Urama La Liga game Bako Etimi Epaso and Sanao Serie A at the games Epaso Girona or La Liga Chiviarel upon 1-0 and what Uramo Italia and we are Serie A you Denise in Como upon 0-0 Lecce at the Fema Atalanta upon L3-0 Juventus at the Feka Genoa a Camino Montemante and Napoli AC Milan show mo ekaba commentante mami Serie A omu table no na ultra Serie A table a say asa no ma je no ma fa no ma chase shape at the ema ebinom Inter Milan edika with Empatro 72 points Napoli that second 65 points AC Milan third with 63 points Como at the fourth with 58 points and Juve at the 5 and a fifth with 57 points and no at the na mami Manchester United omu departure to Dublin ya dama so mu ko training camp as for Dublin na me patro enra team no atimi adiparte omu ko only 2 players and entimi anko Tom Heaton and a Diogo Dalot yes say omu yare enti no Manchester United team no anko na Lisandro Martinez Patrick Dogu aka team no otwa Arte Bayinde Seni Lamos Demo Me Fred Heat Omia goalkeepers Nazwa Mazraoui Harry Maguire Lisandro Martinez Malasia Sasso and Aleni Joro Luxor Edin Elven and our midfielders are Simon Bruno Fernandes Casemiro Mano Gatti Kobimano and other A players Omikikaho as we etim Ekokopema Bia as for Ayakama na Enzo Fernandez Liam Rosinia Amani 2-game suspension Amani 2-game ban because of interviewer Enzo Fernandez koye ekasono krano Chelsea coach omopam no omompam the right time coach obaye ensempio no kronya Chelsea obefri onya Spain obetena opedan o Spain onya Madrid obapa ankoye ama Chelsea mpanyimfo amoma 2-game ban dem said no Chelsea players na say omo de adesade akoti Liam Rosini anim eso mbese on lifted 2-game ban was 7 bako against Man City omo left no mo say game against Man City Enzo Fernandez amobia bad a key player dem say Chelsea for a rejected some proposal from A players na me patro Roma Mourinho wakika bi the Benfica players was say omo kobo draw na omo kobo against a Casa Piano ama A League na Casa games says 7 points and a da omo ni the leader as we enter was flexible mpomon mahwe enya so mo yetim asset omo contractor anka ompeso be hu omo kra wan twa mo games aka bi omo sa omo gunani ma se omo ntimi ni Portuguese A League no Mourinho na aka no mami Champions League and Roma quarterfinals no and the 2 games total now it's 2 games eswetima baso and me patro Real Madrid ebo Bamunchin and ebe total ewo Bernabeu referee Michael Oliver and ebejina na no chinu Roma Sporting CP and Arsenal Papa and also Roma referee Daniel Siabet from Germany ono and ebejam Jakabe total and no Barcelona Atletico Madrid and PSG ebo Liverpool nyame pa ochina mami Arsenal Jenny Arsenal timer omu Finland den akopiem aso ewo Portugal me no kasa Arsenal team na nya touch down omu ejeni nie timer Arsenal team na ko and that's omu ramo omu kwa inspection ewo stadium ama me pacho omu eba omu eye pre-match ni nyina timi akọ ama omu press conference be bia so tima ye kama eno and that's why ye di ama no so for Arsenal na ba omo record e wo cup mu a so far na omo ball 18 matches na omo win first 16 games omo win ni nyina the last two omo lose na no Ataman City e wo Carabao Cup fan omo chance na hye omo e na uromo Southampton aswache Arsenal ayi omo frame na Mikel Arteta akasa about me pacho cap no enkuko na omo adi no enya debenya nsusuanso omo ahead of the game on Pabwente Mikel Arteta.
Because of those last two results, does it bring an extra importance to this game? It's a big game anyway, but does it add anything else?
I think that doesn't change it. I mean, regardless, we would have won the game. This is the quarters finals of the Champions League. It doesn't get much better than that, and we worked so hard throughout the season to be in this position in the competition.
Ateta se ensesare owie ne so me update omo plano say no mo ete e be available ana.
I just check in about a couple of players, please. Gabriel, is he fit and available?
Yes.
Declan Rice,
yes.
Leandro Trossard, and then Bukayo Saka and Jurriën Timber. I don't think they trained today, so
they're having trouble. They're not ready yet. Let's see. Hopefully, they're going to be ready for the weekend if everything goes well. And yeah, that's a massive boost because in recent days we lost so many important.
Ateta and we update to David Raya and so the special message among Arsenal fans and a place after Southampton defeating
moment, obviously losing against Southampton in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, but now that is gone. We just have to use that fuel, that pain that we had after the game, just to pick it up for the rest of the season and it starts tomorrow.
Now Arsenal training last training section as we to draw prepare and san flyer copium was Sporting CP. Now me patcho me Real Madrid last training now Real Madrid so last training ahead of the big game biaso etimi kan Courtois and Rodrigo and Kwana antimi anya training and no Roma Demente ese opanyina ye friend Alvaro Belloa was so much Jude Bellingham and Thiago Pitach when na enhase emfa emano no say the ordinary ho am bia so timi aye kama na Madrid supporters no say uram ewo Bernabeu ebeye eye tifo bi na tifo no ga say every team in Europe fears us and no eye tifo pe na se awokam team no na do ba na bia so atimi aye fine enu ye Madrid na place way do pedi yellow card bia no e ade say second leg on Timope Jude Bellingham Alvaro Carreras Dinelsen Kylian Mbappe Chouamini and Vini Jr. na me patro di wie no Vison Company asu Ewramo Bernabeu eko kike ball kakra na ye ba munchin chani no omo every munchin akono no omu rai mu no manager no edene nine ekeka ball kakra mo bia unsampa ball no eguso ewo ne na no eno eje eba ebre no kro ye nyina so ne mfa nsema wodo a ye boaboa no ena no pai ewo a daybreak dwumadie so agoka nsema ye de ebefa mu ebeda mo no ye mfa nsa ebo 3 p.m. Abu Dhabi ni team no eba betra se ne de fache sports at the abro le be kamebeta ye Lord ase on the camera chi Benas executive producer medi edilu technical Abu Dhabi at junior MCR omotoa so esuba adwuma edmaye ye kwama legend Kojo Marfo ene Kofi Maestro Big Brother GH no Sasuna eye Kaakyire omo ebetasi Daybreak dwumadie abromenu TV no emfamfiri a yakra.
ma ekoso e krodua mu na ye di ba ko nkomo akwanya e wo homa oda ne da Daybreak Jumedie so Fache Television 0207543637 oba na odo message na ja ye be kan ni nyina de ama on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, Fache Television. Anopay ye ko Easter break no enkomo a eba kuremu efa sachet water ho. Sachet water. Nti ensua ya chichire no rubber mu a ye de afidie na asili ano no. Na won a wo ye de mayen na ye to no ebebo ya mane se ebraso se woto buonim fi se kwan a wo fa so eye adwuma na wo mu pensuo edigu rubber mu ede afidie sili ano ton mayen no ebo no ekosoro tese so wo mu nso ehya ase na wo mu tubuo nim se de be ya adwuma no ebekoso a agina ne nanso die be de na yinim se sachet water coffee frempon sachet water aton say
offer ebi the J 50 pesos ebi the J okay me turn on 50 pesos
o to ba 50 pesos na to bag ne say
bag ne na bag ne me to bi da
and you
if you onum dey nso
nti be na anum ne fie
of ene no kre me to ba
me nka me sin nsuo be na anum ne fie
me no bottle
asen say
like Vena bottle, Awake bottle, Belakwa bottle.
Oh, say the old boy brand in the day. I'm watching the wa. Ubi a view no. I don't pay any old tea. So what cast on no bottle? Ubi a metias. But what bearman as you. But on no bottle of ye.
Oh, we no bottle.
And the drop on 10 they are no what to sachet water.
Oh,
sachet room.
Men no, o say office ko head desk no. Ma pack you go. Men no.
O to sachet water.
O me to.
O the suit and tie. To sachet water. But do do fear. O no bottle water.
Say ejine aduane.
Na dey brand no.
Of ejine aduane me di go ba.
Ni ye mu a nka bottle dia na o to na bonten. Na do fear ye okuku amu no. Na wa no sachet. Na dey o no bottle no ofie. Na wa to sachet no abonten.
Of ntimi no go be nto bottle water o. Wo boga. Ntimi
rubber mu die ni bi.
Ntimi ndi go be. Ento bottle water o.
O die na rubber mu die no.
O fa say ne o se kumasi an de.
O ni
rubber.
O branding no enso o hihye ni yo. But don't show branding ye.
Wow, ntimi ndi ogo so no bottle water.
Go be there me hu ye pack. Oh,
naka
pack ya bro.
Oh, for say krum.
Na so ko gina ma me nchen o ho na ma me ayi. Gari 15 cedi.
For say krum anu de.
Dua
sa brand nche de ni ha.
Twitwa pet so. Me so kokko na emre dudu ye anu free.
Oh, fa oni.
Sa na ye.
Oni information no.
E na anum sachet water. E wa.
And e bono 442. No e so apɛ sachet water be 4 de gu nchen say. Do kakre be za wono.
Set so the name of a but I no pay a buying amiate say sachet water adwuma no a omo ye no omo ntwen so to a omo tum no omo ntwen so na omo ne omo be yinhia mu ochina na omo ahwekwan omo be fa so a omo be mayen a ye to no ne to no aye mmra mayen minim so woni aban ya adwen de a
ofa efa baby meni omo ya adwen efa baby nso no meni omo nya adwen but then ni nyina ne se ne dudu mu no eye se Ghana man ene ye ti kuro no ye ho so betima toy ofa se o hwe nyema Ghana for pa e depend on currently as we speak ofa nsuo aduane baby omo di omo ti beto ansa na even po omo de electricity nso so etimi account ofa nsuo ya ade a ehu hia e de mawiase anase di passet na sena America se mkotogo ba beji nsuo miensa edisi hui obi nso dibia menim nsuo obeje ofa apart from all of these things no sachet water air one of the commodities are offer and as a micro as an individual amateur officer se me person go into any other business as a business in America because of the profit at a womb offer you profit in the ton chain kwan ben so and omu producers no omu producers sachet water no omu so no omu so ho air tom e was saa kwan no so because of her abankroya e the tax akese e de atoto omu nyuma so the number of works omu yo no mu san so twia ho to the ma aban offer nyama na omu de yes sachet water na including plastics any other things no so offer so dwaman so na buon so san so wo so it's ne buon na wo so na anything ye increase price no. How do you want the producers to also factor the increase of price when you talk about plastics, no? When some of the products no urban market about beton, also mo factor price in edition. So na your almost so no emoka businesses in embu. But here is the case aban no so eyinani edi free sam pempen so ho no edo no ni akere say so mo the increment of these prices never affected the image of the government in power currently as we speak because of her. Some of you can say electricity, ecosro.
But you are teso.
Over say
teso.
Over. Unimbe ya again say obi koto prepaid da.
Me no nya.
Of a sub problem that so ho
from 1st April. Yate electricity so by 4%. Of a yate water so.
Of a tina yate so no. Of a tina yate so no. Still obi be catch us say so na say even post first not 200 cedis. Let's say we did 1 week. Na say do and over 200 cedis would be 2 weeks offer. Still na no offer. The number of things cost so e will choose that's so ho. Ti no matter so no.
Say ya teso.
And so offer o konto enti so no enye adwuma ho.
There be adwuma. Mr. Offer.
Offer you sure. Into so
what to be in
electricity.
What to be dance?
Offer. No ya ebi so papa view.
David.
Offer.
Any more earth in your adwuma.
Offer earth in your adwuma.
Any more meter no problem.
Offer earth in your adwuma. Enkoda bi offer enran ko a me de dan akomo mo. O buku.
Ya teso.
Offer mato ade de egu so me dan me ho akwa ba me dan ho ko ban ahwem.
What to say?
Offer. Asema me kan.
There go to say.
Offer mato ade
na mo ti krom ha ya. O ko to kan ya asema koto 50 cedis.
Mato 50 cedis.
And you
offer mato 200 cedis egu so.
And you nim. Se be ya e beto ayen common things. Ye pon. De o ko to ya. Fabra. Na yen ko yisiji. Na omo nkyere ye sentia. O to no before first. Ana otono after first.
Offer any 2 days na me toy.
Okay, which means April
mu na me toy.
As I said unya the reduction. In this almost so e wo afidie no so a. Ye be ko na afodi ho nkomo.
Offer o se kodi nkomo. Offer na say ati so no na menti asese me dia de na behim. Na eridi egu na me se nkura, maje nkura, edi egu ho no ma me da me ho akobo report dia ma e feel raba.
Just in passing. E dan no a o papa dia ma se fama han no o de ma girls nko ana
o offer there be un say
you trust I just wanted
offer na me kwa ba him adenasa na me phone ye frefre me say I mean light now to boost na offer say o hwe sa na mani nyina ye ka ho asem na offer these producers no are also suffering so the cost of materials so mu use in your production. No for the kind of tax are buying so they are too omunyuma so they are suffering. It is about bonten because of course a private entity and they have to actually bargain for the prices of these sachet water in the market. But the government also stepping in should also be on the other side and also be timia ama these associations also want to them say Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness. Of us all stepping in.
I did.
Or step in send a bear so much to tuma sebi and they see a tomb na say sachet water ba koko 1 cedi say they 250 pesos no what supposedly say could be 70 pesos and I say 1 cedi or no buy no obi nkoka say sa aka sachet water no bo na ayedin obia de so bo no ba buy so aban we bet na so no sachet water na 250 pesos 230 pesos no e shutu e de ko 1 cedi eti amamu ni nye very good so aban needed to step in to save his image.
How?
And that is what the Aban is doing.
This cabinet save image.
Omudi save image.
Yatum. Enti wo a wo no munsuo no kopes cabinet unsuo.
Ofa, that is the reason why on the sachet water association etinase. Esanso the plastic one for no sanso tinase. Edi nkomo mo ti ase say baby aba bedru no. omuntimi increase price
chira no omzo be din komo me de me ne omo nya adwen sachet water for muntum why muntum
of omuntum of me de me
when na so ni aban nya adwen
of omutuma me no nya me no omo nya adwen say materials na sachet water for ndi adwuma of still na increase you because of in common yidi no of in economics no
omuntum
me do mutuma me ni problem
okay
sounds na sa aban so step in a mini problem it me me dina ban na fa kakra
me tell me ba bia
of since me din ko me say
abraba ye jira mfimfin no e fa nko ba bia o
of omumio ni na me te o ma say
okay
obia nko mo be bia no betina say
what all dey say
enso ide last time metna ha kan say yet Ghana ha so price be within a week you won't set price na science shooting na one city abeka ho obi anka hwe na watch for obekọ biemu no na one city asan abeto so obi anka hwe na edidi saa na aka ho ye area ho na yete no ensuo baako na edi ahimpa wo ho start free 6, 7, 8, 9 saa nene ababedu 10 cedis so woko retailer ho so will be age every track mu gu ne shop na wokoto a 10 cedis ena so wugina track no na woto so a 9 cedis we de yes o trofo na se me dance ni na ti mani mu pe na no ye de ka ni dru me fi ani mu ho a ene we de share track and I'm say wo fa me pebi oyi buy was 9 cedis
and so na ebinom ewo na say wo koto wo mu nchen dia o koto 10 cedis okay
say enya kodru ni pa shop na wo kwa koto a 10 cedis but so we share track na dia
and no mo so omu tuma for 15 cedis
so na say track no me share track a meje ne 10 cedis na retailer aton 15 cedis aden
samu na nanka
sa
yes
na bag bia wo mu saying
30
wo mu 30
eza anya 25
30 because me na minim say ebia infan say do mo de ko 15 no ono retailer no ono beje no 12 cedis they be ono the 3 cedis but say 10 cedis ono beje no so the 5 cedis
so the ex factory price for a bag has been set at 8 cedis
8 cedis
na extract price will be 10 cedis.
That's so far. It is necessary say abine step in.
Matter.
Of necessary.
Do you buy adwen?
15 cedis in there. I know what thing. Where they try me book. Oh no, now we car ade no what track move 10 cedis.
Afidie na ade atobi.
Mintobi. Basa what so a ba ko. What what on ba ko. Rubber no na ebia e wo mu a o ahia ahia so yi wo mo tuni dada so the 100 million efre drillers no mo be drill borehole mawa e afeball
Debbie
electricity na de be so mo ba be na afekora e da pom samre na eniema wa to no
Said you would go away the unya sit down after 40 years won't mean to move. Go west in dada. Efia. Ugbo adwuma pa o.
Eno say ya na mentality fear for na sese.
O ti ase ye.
Efia mienu bia o se matum.
Efia ji so si bi bia.
O just stand so a o ma me bi sa say den problem na wo e wo dem mo.
Problem a wo de wo dan na o fie wure ma de wo abeka se wa be high wo dan tuma ne ma ho bi.
Oh, there be say afia so na say wo tuma. E say o tim be bi sa tenant ne say e den problems na wo ho. E bia bibi wo dan ni nwunu. Say I
be say e say nke mo mo tum. Omo boka o.
Fa.
Omo boka no. Aban intervene. Me bi sa say the intervention na aban e de e ma wo.
Me kenkan omo krata omo say ade bi e frɛ no polymers. Say no omo hwe say ebeye local business.
Yeah,
and Jombe outsourcing for a local investor.
Yeah, omo di ensuo ni gumu no.
No omo di ensuo ni gumu na ha. So omo say no omo behwe na aye local business. Say de be ya ebo no bitimi aba for mama omo. But I'm sure those are long term. Me dey na me feel say mo tum.
Omo tumu kra we dey twamene board do. Na omo society Middle East war. Hey, there's a Middle East na wants to so bebre pa o.
Middle East won here.
Sasa no maka. Omo society Iran, omo say parliament na I minim say ho ne fi.
O bi ti say Maestro say the OC Kenya. Or top bag back wa. Be na what you know on top fufro. Di da ho san na watwe ni akiri no na dia kana ya no so me dem ntifi wow then they said man ye boka me ko do dem na me boka e bi ka obesepe
ye wo krom no ye wo
bag baako na watwe na onum nwie ka akiri top bag baako se na watwe mienu no onum nwie na de ya manufacture na gu
ye na krom so a
hit no we are bow
of enum so
e say started betoto enjoy better to you when they told you
of stone so obi body ni temperature
David so me dey buy interventions so dey ya unyai
me offer the only thing na me ne omo be ya adwen so omo tutumu a me no be ya adwen pa on a good note ne say yeso hwe yunkro ya galamsey agikro ya fa and so no born ho modern add some chemicals oh no de begu insuo ni mama insuo ni ate na insuo ni eni aye krogen na yi emu
galamsey man ko boni
offer omo de ende
so omo ade no
offer omotu
kuma say abontin so galamsey
offer omotu but imagine say omo galamsey communities no te so oboase any those areas no offer you and I can attest say ehonom no Ghana Water Company so supply more no these people will not drink it nom and even Kumasi akrampo esebi ebi ni ha no obi no enem ebia na minim se ukọ obi fie nemre ma pipe borne water e woni fie wo na no twia no ma ene na minim de and obi ano e de sachet water ene e bibia enti ehonom no onkonom mpo na even for the pipe borne mpo na koye na adwen se o de no aduane amoni ni fie di e de sachet water no
car no a edinsuo na ba round am to be petrol
yes
car maintenance Kaakyire e ka o mo
na fe petrol enanu ya na e course ro na nsen ya yete petrol su ya na obi timi shada to petrol hwegu for yi eno no so ma me ka hwe o ayete se ayi driver for ye increase petrol pe no money ahan meanwhile say yete petrol so they will tell you say eniema ema wo mutimi run omo business no enye fuel
there are other factors
ni bi ni de
of factors dey
yen ka say na abosuo kan wo mo atete eniema so
ubetimi atwam be 15,000 gearbox ope engine obetimi atonu be 40,000 60,000 depending on car kro o ka so ko change oil okrum ha say na unkra 1,000 ni akira
untimi
enya asaketwa nti car maintenance no
enye easy
oh enti kwa mo ya ton 15 cedis ya because o to 15 ba kwa be but na what you do now
ya boka adabra ka
factory aboka
yentimi nto from 10 cedis to 15 cedis now omo de no kwa mentiase say ex factory price meanwhile car na edi ensuo na eba supply na ye adwumawura car enti omo be so omo kire say car no omo ye aguma car no was car wotu ama factory na say obi she da tu car e factory
say e loading boys
no for so many company na for omo wotu car
na office ka be nti omo car
offer
mo nice this a bag
say loading boys ni nyina ka adwuma na so e kan so
nice this a bag no and you eventually loading boys ne ka
offer ni nyina ka
be ka kire say private businessman offer obi adwuma ontua de ka yie
offer sa she water business adwuma no for omo moka wo
omo ton no
omo ton no na kasa wa ahye babufu anope
omo ton no de Kojo
offer omo moka
na nso no obi aton ade asi abrose
offer me matro swimming about
6334646
omo mutonzo boka obroma
6334747 it's on your screens obetimi afra no pay na
ye nice
what's it
offer omo moka meti matro offer meti matro
na omo ton no 50 pesos
meti matro obi a owo swimming run about ya
I'm the say
Where be say company na say
water company who has a such a water company. And also moka.
But I'm talking about omo je etono of omo moka.
Hey.
Of obi aga je say obi otonzu abokada. Kromwa isu ton for boka. Ah, ofa. Omo moka. And ofa me kura na me ede mi amete insu say na me no. O de mem ko akra insu say na me no plus obi. Ene afoforo. Ofa minimum bu okrom hanu ma.
Enti to aye tum no o mpreso.
Ofa me de na me ka say so omo de omo niam e ba say niam abo akoso me ni omo ya adwen.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir, good morning.
Morning.
Obani ene man peni nkasa no pay.
But you brochure such a jibuka, what could you write at them? La mana woboko justice. What are your man you should know on Boko?
As I'm okay.
Sure, Nipano, where you should look at no maintenance. I'm your backliner. What I did. What I call me a smart eyes, wage more. Wobako, Wobako. Is that not how I know? I know what's not in the pain. Jack at the Wobako. A bay engine. That's all yet. This man's quite. No one among the second be. Ah, someone cut down Wobako. Until my man, you soon 15 on the phone.
Yeah, that's it. Anopay. Also bet me any Edding Como and man penny and Casa 020-633-4646 020-633-4747. Good morning. You who are near helpful. Assume you or me and you Anopay.
My years have been what over 10 years. The years at the same year, man, and easy. The rest papers even touch what I want near my talk. Every year, machine editor, ye be bien increasing. It offers even 10 cities in Ukraine, Pennsylvania can go beyond that. A Jumano, the same year, a car, voice in Ukraine, you see, your workers improve. Your workers in no more Juma. Over a Juman, more thing, as your Maya, you be ready to talk to a count one. The broadcast are throughout the 6Am, the basic giant season. It is a best to say, I buy any bit here, you be there for what the Amaya can never get fire.
Yeah, that's it. Anopay. Also bet me any man penny Edding Como sachet water business. One more say one more two bonim. I buy and say why intervention. A china as I say meeting. A course okay. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Opening any man penny in Casano pay.
I'm penny no, I intervene here. I'm moving now with any tea. They will say, Omo Moton and edge 10 cities now. Not by Obi or Robert talk or ton, dear 5 cities, they are not in. You could 12 cities, by 15 cities there. I know then, but that's it.
Yes, that's it. Anopay. You go so I didn't come on. Unumbi, Mensumbi. Ebi out there, Wakotum Fidia. Ona, oh yeah. Na o de ababon ting miente unka. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Openi, any man penny in casa.
Medase, many lives are free, so. The panto, da and so idea maximum to me. They say I won't consider more in Crassier and no more multimedia. Yeah, can I no nanka woke full man, that's all number beer. They saw the baby, I bet you may do on a day beer, a habaya and answer on some power one. But this is the situation. It's so now, don't bet to go like not working. Don't be a gallant say, I dear said, you saw the answer. And there's no work to say, now. Nipana or more tono. Sikabe no kwa kufanya to because kwanya nkobefa so alternative nkobefa so o de betu anya nsuo no ya se no bo ho krampo se be wo kwa utu krampo so a nsuo ni so ma eti se mo tumu a mo hwe ye se si an yanko wo klase the poor na omo system no mo because you say so natural here the man you say it won't say no na wo so kwa wo sala ko tum no kwa so be sa de no me da wase
say anopay yeguso a yedi nkomo fache television so o voice note o text message o WhatsApp messages nyina na o ma yensa eka na yakenkan na yesese ye bon so ye be ne sa pepepe. Good morning.
Good morning.
Openi ene man penin kasa.
So my include if you know what you can automatically had nti bon ya no mon kan.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Anopene wonwa wo doma hinkru wo hwe. Good morning.
Unia ana se will to be akubum. Obi o mo kasa no no te ekwanye sini nti onim bi ekọ. Hwese obi ton pure water. O ton pure water. Okobo se wo di nanka wan nanti toto so be se community insurgency ebobi. Nti hwe nipa ni de we nipa no obre okoba o peso no ndidi. Ono ndidi. O kera gbe nda se utility di aye. Utility. To 100 Ghana and do 1 month. To treat no baby no bottom, they are to be only asked more from it. That's a woo, the wing air connecting to know say, or compare what on Wakawa. Oh, you can be on the opportunity a casa. And 3 about everything personal breath. I channel Yaka. My show would be wing command, then of the man who bring ya now, Cassam found. So customer time o kwasa mfani we nti o kan o mfani pa medase
so that's anopay adwenkyere no a yesesa adwen ya kyere ye de wonso do de ka ho a ayeye ye beba na messages a yensa ka anopay e bekenkan no nso e de ama. Good morning.
Okay.
Boko na nso anopay de man panin kasa.
So I didn't have for me to from the password it's not from previous popular for that process I see like almost 50% of what is 1%. The didn't account for the any show it's our control our control that same our control the ama aye the future life the man no do no the extremo put me found near that body and find the time man like it okay it's really that much
yeah, that's it. Anyway, Ginger, or the Abba, Mijidisa Mampeni, and a pamphlet 80 near Sessomo Hono, Womobe. Good morning. Hello.
Yes, sir.
But you're down when the enemy Mampeni in Casa.
I'm a prayer so Kakra, can say, in sooner or Mopese or Mutumuno. Ye know among Yajane. Yenny no
Yanson yes, you know.
And soon yenny can now be no. Car no fail, maybe the or maintaining a car, maintenance maybe be that's what the car and soon bro 10 cities, 1 city and no the torso. Now all the almost 4 cities. And I told you, the next say, oh, bro, man, penny, some penny, to Krana and came through on. In Tiana, man, penny, TM, though, yes, will be say, will be a Jumadi and so, and yen too much. Over toward the man, no man, so over toward him. That's how they call too high here. Also, thought the Fuflobia, say, Abaya, I say, Abaya, I see. MY in Tiabain TM. Aha.
Yeah, that's it. And okay, catchy. Now, say, woman, a yard drink, say, Omunya Eco Factory, one, a bona or mode, come home. ɛno ɛwɔ so nti ɔmonye nye ho
15 cities ɛde adia na ɛsɛ de ɔba beton no ɔno ɔbeton ne sɛn na
sɛ ɛno nti ne yɛsɛ kɔtɔ free factory no good morning ɔpɛni da ho deɛ ne ma mpani nkasa
in fact Francis the feature
yɛntie o
we dey meda wasene dwuma pa mudi nsuo no tɔn no deɛ ntumu na mo kan deɛ na kure mum na mpacho mbese mbisa asɛm sɛ masuo kasa na mo de ka taxi no ho ahwan na mo kan mpacho mo station na mo to yɛ adwuma no taxi mu twere ka mo kasa mo hwɛ so dia charge amanfo so be yɛ advert ne nyama ɛne sɛ ka advert ba ko mɛdi bɛ 1000 Ghana cedis 10,000 Ghana cedis nti sɛ wodi ne check sɛ wodi sa ne ka bi nkitingiti budi ne nyina na budi a enye ene ko bi nto bi ade nti oni mabu ho no ma ɛwo sɛ bi hyehyɛ bi mu so the taxi sɛ me car be say me brake band be say me we be say nti me check it ya ana sɛ ne nka wo nti ntimi nto nsuo no nti ɔmo hwɛ ho yie no ɔmo nye ho bibi
megidi yɛsɛ adwen no a no mpanimfoɔ ɛbɛhwɛ kwan ɔmbɛfa so a ɔmo bɛboa nso wobɛtumi ɛne ma mpani adi nkɔmmɔ anɔpɛ yi 020-633-4646-4747 good morning right Maestro yɛnkan messages kakra ansana
Ofa yɛnkan messages kakra na ɔfrɛfo bi frɛ sɛ was it
Maestro ɔkyerɛ adwen
over
de ɔmo adwen
over there bi irukra ɔkyerɛ na adwen o ba so ba bɛka yɛ kra man ka de saa
na de fo
aso no me ɔse offer see me say
unia baby ton
e ka de say unia baby ton bia me so me cry me kasa me say retailers na omo ton no
Maestro
omo wo sika omo ton mo ka
ofa so chere say nipa no so be nante saa obeso ade ne oni tiri so saa ne bread ya wonwe ne ho
se na me ka say omo nyina wo sika
ni ti be pai no ode bi be ha kwato paracetamol no
omo nyina wo sika o omo nyina ton enye sika what is me cry baby na me target no e company no mo produce no mo na me ka say omo yes adwuma no enya ade so mo boka
unchire mu na no anfa ma dadaada tete ye fa wo mo so mo
ofa there be asaman no man ahye no
hello good morning
good morning
openi down where the ene man pani nkasa
yeah pastor mo the thing ya sound me pastor mama pani mama o ya ke ba ku ni if never for your bread. So here is now it's photo group I read for your book. There's almost to be fire.
And all the ever kind home. Do we have messages?
Oh, messages, baby.
Okay,
if free, Emil Smith on Facebook. I say good morning, Fache Daybreak crew, and also so Ediaba. Yawodro as a good morning, Mr. Marfo. Thank you for your good work. More fire. And all the fire emojis, no 80 media tour. Am I in? We're free. Opoku Justice. Also, good morning, my big family, Fache TV. Wishing everyone fruitful and productive new week. And also so Ediaba from Opoku Justice. We're also free Gideon Owusu. Also,
before we get to Gideon Owusu, hello, good morning.
Fine morning.
Open down where the other man penny in Casa.
I'm quite sure some of them came. This island sooner about me. One so do. I had the mamma, in Helena, what else to chin, what that follow. It's in a gun of minimum ask some come watching. And say it one a chance, no one so do. It's in there, you are, and when you in the move, in there, one of the factory from the water too. And all the Nina was the boss of Abanado. And say upon the show, one so do.
Yada se anopay say won kwa na yede take decision nka me no aya adwen na aja mama omo ate so na nso aja yeti afoforo nso aka Maestro
no osu ne ho ana osu aban
hello good morning osu ne ho good morning Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Mpacho down where the enough here, man, Benin Kasa.
Mpacho, your friend fire, because if you are sinful, now your best man paying. On Shana, on to Yama, my Nasitia, yet to say no mark of no mark of him, no mark of him, no what to walk, Casamukeke, but what Babontina could do, no one say no man coffee. This year, in Syria, but you see, what you want? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, some pain. Yes, some pain. This year, would you queen would be a ma? I say, when you have my ends and would be a mono, who calls them Ayabasa, and no man coffee, and so. Yet in the Casa, a member and Yakasa, your best sum and penny. I took to your man.
Yes, that's it. And okay, Gideon message, you know,
Gideon say, good morning, my dear sister. I'm so Kaakyire, and it didn't come over. On one side, say, watching you live from Accra, and also Ediaba. We free Abdullah Moro. Was a good morning, guys. More fire. Abdullah from Wedana near Togo, and also Ediaba. Emmanuel can come or say fantastic show by all standard and Odiaba. Benji in Fences area or say previous government policies are still going on except the unnecessary one that has been cancelled. The economy.
Kafra. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Opening Animan Penny in Casa.
You are not buying Damas. You see, you know, Mutum, and no crap with there is no problem. I want our veterans now got on the stone. Saying, can nobody do so? I already forced to this, and I fight to the air to see. When in an account, I see your mind, my it was winning and measure.
Yeah, that's it. And okay, not Nene Yas. Brand here no anano na also when you generate.
Ya wada no frey no. Se no free se hwi. Ai.
Of I say no way be man. I was so voice here there. It will be BM.
Kind messages the man na
ti udi agrobia na voice ni ji ma.
Maestro ni subayo.
Benji in
voice ya bro.
Oh ofa. Nye de bia na say be man no be nkwa na be the audio mo voice be any amount. Sometimes the man so more ABB.
Usu sekra na. Where be my usu sekra.
Oh.
So sekra is
like okay messages no why.
Previous government policies are still going on except the unnecessary one that has been cancelled. The economy has been stable. Food has become abundant. We can have some to eat. If you don't have money and etc. What is good that this you don't like this. What did you like? Greetings to MC Atroman Wabija.
Benji said the ane buso ahe. Ebuso ama ye de chicha na se de sika na eto. Ti empe we ya ye pede yo.
To over FCA.
Benji mfensi de se hoye yi. Pacho ya aduane ni bi enso ye so wa. Why? Badaroma. Body mankani banche atosode fabuka mu na fabra bantima wadaroma
kache enkomo no migidi se efana na ukura mu no na dodo no nso agidi se omoye nsa wo ma ekoto beton
ai 4 cities mua
no the access no
they can ho
5 mpo sa oje free track mu 10
that's what the 5
na so the good fridge mana
the good fridge freezer can say
me how am no mo won say papa bia o frɛ ya o say na car no na ye be ye de na car omo do omo statement ba ye no omo factors anu into omo gina so say they are increasing the price no they didn't state anything spare parts omo say polymers omo de ya adwuma no
ne bo akosoro
na war Middle East war
yeah.
So why are they trying to place mats?
Yeah, some who say
Mama nya driver for ade ani bi Kumasi Ghana how masa
rubber no baako enti ya kan no ho asem ene ye pese ye san twen wadwen susu say already ne ye boka bi won nchen a ye mfa nkan ho nti de ya bodin de aba no se won ama ya nyina no so antumu a e de o ha obebre asem anu
masa Mamonya a driver for Adi bi na mo me placement. Yate Ghana has a CA, Yatifu were swat na hat na Samra no crown and no moji a camera bo. A drain you mra, Sika says a Uchiano. Then no ma double, no man double, and no ma triple no. Faka be me and some 9 and some word do fee.
Okay,
so not far no catch us say be a free junction. Call Tafo. Now I do 15 cities there won't ya. The more cars or call runabout. Now do runabout no so quarter for 3 miles. Who do one no so or call and to us what they are. Not just our no de juica. Meanwhile, ya 2 few more and I ya 2 few more. Pressure Bianca, Drivers Union or Mode Brian or a Ghana Hanum. And Tampa, where the matum, where the mayor say. Nanso so yakasa mon so because yatifi well so a e wana mo kwa spare parts asem enso afoi mo na mo se parliament e den na mo be ka say ene ye de go fridge mu ene ye ka ye de ko supply na ye den masa
Kachi madam abusiafo ye de ofen yesi ye dan ye ho abawa ye masa o madam wati ye ba sisi a Daybreak dwumadi of Fache television so are going. Right, and so we are live here and we do it as always. And we pay Oman Ghana nkomo na abedwafo agebre yene won edi ho nkomo ne ahwe kwan Oman Ghana be fa ntoma pa afra. Enema be mienu na anopei ye agebre na ya kira adwen wo ho fabre. Winner takes all. And this ohwe Ghana ye democracy. Maka kire say a partisan democracy. Nti ya se oma obufu NDC fo obufu CPP obufu MPP fo a kwa partisan democracy is a political parties na omoboa ema ka bi mama nka bi amamu no ekọ na anim winner takes all na chese se udi nkunim unya 50% plus 1 na chese nkunim die no aye odia ebe ye odia sa Ghana for dodo no anti ase ne se esese wo fa won a wonu nyina ewo se Kristo mu a ebeka so som baakum mu wo gidie baako na wafa omo amomo di wa adwuma anim nipa ni bi fi se yeto aba ne ma political party no oba esese wo hwe animdifo ewo man Ghana mu won wo betimi aye adwuma no no ma won akwanya amomo asom so omo ye o party for se omo nye o party for no esese omo esom na omo boama Ghana ekọ na anim sa famienu ede nkomo bebre aba anopay mu baako His Excellency John Dramani Mahama di hu nkomo ti ede sa nkomo no ebebrɛ uyi no to nkyɛn a Meteorological Agency won wadi nkomo afi hyase a na omo boy amane se afi mu ensuo no ebeto mframa no nso bɛbɔ de ɛden pa na omo kan se efi April a kosi June de yenhwe ni mu se nsuo no ebeto ne kwanso anopa ye bisa ye ho ya aboa ye ho nsuo yi se de nra hyase ne ba bia etofaae mantemu a wo no sen na uhu no ya aboa ye ho enhyehyɛ ye se ye de gu kwam ye de agu kwam nsuo no emefa yen emese ye niema na ansa na ye bekosa ansemi mienu so no me ma bedwafo akwaba na sache water nkomo no madwon agyen kyerɛ ɛwɔ ho anopai oye kyerɛkyerɛ ni adesua ho asɛm ehia no pa Andrews na usu opani ye mo ache yewura ejiri sɛ abusua no ho ye
oba de adaroma ne so odi nkwan family eforisu bosome no sɛ ene na etoso nso
oba na mi twa no akɔ nanim oba ne ho modern kyerɛ
na ahwe ye nyina so de wi asen hyehyɛ Yesu amane hunu ne ekodiye ye na ye de din kan ya amane hunu na ekyiri o sorry ye na ekyiri no ye so ye ekɔ adwuma ye di afofi na na wi edi na ya hye adwuma as de ye so me ye man
ne kwanso a no name Kojo Asante ewa ha Austin Kumasi campus Kojo boko
nyame adum ye kwese
eze Usted
yeah eze
Usted
yes
okay Usted for full name near there
University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development.
University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development. Okay. And that's an opese wabekan ho my Ghana ye DNT.
That's
Kens for those who answer. Openi?
Yeah, there.
That's it. Ejedi nkomo no bibia kwaso.
Enye better sa o. Enye better sa.
Yeho abe.
Seda se enema nyina mu san epejepeje nti.
Enema nyina mu san epejepeja.
Sana yehu no. Nti enye better sa.
Edi Autocar Rentals adaroma. Ene de ofen ebro nti se nkomo no koso na eye oda. Na oni Edi Autocar Rentals nso edi nkomo. Obedu asantema ntemu, obehia car ede edi udwuma. Say business. Eye yie ho nhyehyeye, eye aware ho nhyehyeye. obeza on boys ni hia na mo bode mu a obehia car edi auto car rentals na eye mmoame ye de ofen ebrel one wo Kumasi Airport Children's Home one be DVLA just a call away na wafre one numbers no car be na ope chauffeur driven vehicle comprehensively insured into utimu a you are sure that said the TBI do obekọ na de wa bedu asomdwem edi auto car rentals adaroma ene de nkomo ebro miso usu anza yen chance sachet water for boy amane se de niema etie no won bepese wo betutum nti ye ko Easter no de na ntiye no eno no ye bei na ban ebe mu be boy amane se waka kire won se wo mo ntwen so na sabre ya wo mo kaso wo mo tutunsuo buo mu sachet water no e de asem beba ochina won ne won e won hyehye a won be di nkomo na won ahwe aboa won kwan won be fa so a de won frɛ no polymers no local industry no ebeje ne ho ebejim na ebo ho nsɛm no akɔfo minim sɛ de aten nkomo no ene sɛ ne wo fa no
mate na Ghana ye ho sɛ eden rade
dan nyame
bibia eden nyame ene na Bible hu sɛ pole na omode enema no o say local industry ye ho djuma ene no hu ye
de yatin de sa na omodi nkomo no
ndom ka say ye mpanyifo no dum bia ho omo kan sem no a na ye mo a ye hwede m ko akiri no ya na aye ensere kakra yes sa shashi water ene de shashi ton ye nya newu eno aso na ese gatamu ne ne manu asa de kono a aba bia nka hwe NDC 1 NDC 2 NDC 3 anka hwe MPP 1 MPP 2 mun ka hwe MPP 3 obi anka hwe ene ya yenua from ne Israel government ekosoro no ana aba se afi na mbeboa na mjiri sanya ho nko na ba se obua because such what is no omunyusu eno nko a afi afrasa ne afi ya to like mu sai me de minimo wona mo ye hwemu ya to mu sai
usually they do it every quarter until from 2025 we've had 4 quarters afi na ya teso 4%.
Suwi.
And I make sense. Afrina.
Inti yatum saying.
Oh, I'm sure we can have 4.
What else?
They do it every quarter.
What else?
Okay. Every quarter they do it.
In the percentage you're saying.
I've not checked the percentage. I've seen some. I've seen some 57% in total.
In total.
I've not verified
4% free.
But so your calculation is
no, me about the point. Sasha waterfall no. Almost so fridge. And almost use our rubber.
That's right.
And then our rubber some no more can. But from last year to this year, no more to ya tum be year fiswa. Okay, just no ya. Did the mum fisumpo. Na argument correct. 53%. Now, problem margin saying the meaning is some of them no are comochi than no motie. And the abans of non common media, minimum como quantity. And now, local industries when and what media demand and I walk Ghana no. A Brian cry. We just said they were not proactive. We were active issue on you. And never see a 2 million yen from way up their buying time. A buy is buying time by virtual motum because ain't see way me to me how was he in the way. Yes, you can't tell me say within 3 days or 4 days, you know, local industry with me a cover the whole Ghana with this rubber thing.
No, I'm sure that they are looking at it in medium and long term. And
this a man can
may only be prevailing
on man to man medium term, long term.
Yehowa.
So bana nka so wotum dia and that's omo to nso nka mutum a ka ba no hye dan trance ehwe medium term long term. I think say politicians no omo sha say omo dwunu kwachi. Enyo mo office no kwa na so oyo mo de. Omo lankusa mutim na say oyo mo de. Air conditioners omo de no. They should think about their mind no. Munya about man. Megiri say individual bia na yela djuma o dwene na djuma no ho akwachiri o ma issue man san wide wa yate but ye part of the world they say ababi atena say say ye tumo dia no afre yan tumo dia onya nje bia mwa business community no na obi ye ni ope na o ma no kire.
So the cumulative increase for electricity is 28.14%. Then the water it's 19.94%. That's the total.
But how can we move because you say light.
I'm sure that's why they were talking about
imagine they are not talking only about the rubber now.
But essentially in their statement, no.
Though and the main
and Tokwa
because and I corporate for now. The beer and Tokwa. I said everything was Ukraine war. Now everything is Israel and then Iran war. Zana koye. And now and I popularity the channel there you bring your way out. But I don't think so no go. Enti ya mind for no mo nwene nko akiri ade bia you should do o man no you just begin to think ade ba ko na di madi pa ko ndum no ade bia no use no not the company don't come more than 70 or company a man supply no papers don't do power one thing or company friends say iron rods o company chippings during the BOC obi ni na aba da wa aman mzi ya nuso ye to roba no o ma na anya hwe ya nka ho hwe e be that na afunti ba ne ya yesi etum di abanso meni mu hia mo afen na mekopek local capacity say local companies when tambe no mutuma a good capacity.
Right.
That thing say ya my phone o mo nwene o man ho ene me bre ho a so local one bituma ya yenye local one bituma yenye ho ha na ye nkra de ntia dollar no ye se na bi artificial no because everything na ye bi organ we kra.
We are always looking for money.
And say to you na dia I don't da abana tra ho ma no di sambre ya o motumu no ada no gosia we no gosia no manum tea ni aka de no must have a trial. Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen.
Okay, anope ma minia no yonko do say ani yi ka so ne say anope yi me da kwan fo mrantie miensa na waboa ya
asante yes sir. Oh, this is the first time.
Ashton sorry penny back on Kings for. Okay. Me na gro on me bi etwam
minim joy asafo
kansa na me dwane ko nim tafo na ezemi wokoko bi ahene makoko bi Kojo so amakum omo no we chiri o si na me adu kesim attention na aka
Kojo so minim joy me
oh wow
come bi na me nda program bi ntimi nyɛ
oh sir.
Oh, okay.
That's content. Content na no kronko na nya no
ana. Munyina duru me
ntini ababana dey.
Nya obia.
Ntini ababana dey.
Nyame die ni hia.
O se botwe so kan senior boy.
Munyina chefe. So me na fa ayo.
Asafu we tete wa ano tie ni nyasa ni nyame dum nyame
asa. Sana o fa so kan ho.
Nyasa so.
Nkremu.
Aso mu ye ni ane wo. Ye tiri bi o mu chiri. Aka fia na fia da usu fia da so no ba memne na jo en honkwa no mbiti ye o ye penipo bejo ye diga na nkomo ye meti fo aro ne ahefo adofo ache no pei nkomo a wudi ye ni kasem nsu a ye to ama ye ho e sha ase ache wo kasa wo ko firi achiri a Said now you're trying to get it. We've been
drinking sachet water for more than 15 years.
Oh yes. They are the catcher water. They are now a man who had almost an robe me.
You know what Tom
na kakra.
I mean, I told me
you know cup
there no. And I'm considering now.
You change na matombe.
Because be who.
I want to
Onante Kantaman. Na a song.
Na song. The last one butter trade.
It's old Kajitia.
Metal
caps. So the Brofocas Mose, what I like you. Was a basic necessity. A dear Yamba, it didn't come back up Nipa Brabum. Yet we grab it me, try 8 Michel, who crowd to Miss or anything, who Tiaho make a crowd of idea. But you ensure no me, the be a year. And it ensure ya dear. And says a dear whom he has an man, boy, ye dear, who didn't pay. A dear back was the Shannon son. Umma ensure boy, ye dear, and many pa say, bear dear man to be a cicadia to be anoma, who didn't pay. Nyamia boy my free. Now can say ya tutu water bill no. Busa say how many of the sachet water producers and almost they are buying sway meet that way and they produce so. Boreholes no more 2 or more day in my
machines is so.
Yeah. Oh say electricity no. The electricity na
and they pumping.
Yes, the whole day into to Kania Buma. Sensu, and yes, distribution, and then the Mitias are back on now. Maybe Uncle Modino may how 50 pesos or say or 2 in 2 mono 100% increment, echo 1 city. Omunko Modini Bini say, oh, come Binya and commit me at 79 in Sano, and then 10 pesos, no 20 pesos, and one, and they say, you know, who tune so 100%.
And you make a car on the door soon.
Could you yekin? One more dear no cost rona, or more near board, you know, or many dear any moo, yes, I need you so no. I'm going to prepare to come. Need dear any I can see 4 no moon, yes, moon or more dino. Any pabonism. Oh, I am telling you, no, Mitty is your back in Macocobia, Mittia, your bocco. May say, oh, back in Macocobia. Me talk in zoo 1 city, a mammy me and sack, and they me met her, me yet. Na say you should be a good in you. And you want to see the Ayama Zumians. Me say, me need your maubia. The better me country one no. Ne boy ya de na ye bokan. Me wo nsua 1 city or mount me and sack. Or no plan or the ma one and yet go say no. Or ye retailer. Ya be ya ton man no de go free mo wi no oton me and sack 1 city. Do catch them say, oh, the any board in they what they call back 1 city. I was catch them say. Nti me ka jo say impa boni sema me wo nyina so nti me ka sa asem na kire wo nti wono wo nyai the office wono boss aka no wo nyai na wo de ne odem je me ensa 1 cedi no e say on fa nko ba 50 pesos na ono nye ne mo ne no yi nyankwa wo de ai wono won to ne die no ko sa wo nyai me ensa 1 cedi no onye ba 50 pesos ye be no me no and then anytime they catch us, and near maybe what? So what they want saka? Me say a juma or didn't wash him or some more mind. But at the same time, also, ye my pen faso.
And we are no crap.
A shanya, a din soon in Namo, the year by a few more doing, I also got up a two. The year can year two, and Namkania boom. That's how to fool Muntis, I can't now echo in Iboka. Which I said, but in the same so can say, still. They can do the business. They are wonka.
Sir.
Yes.
There's a tumuno de enke here.
What doing tumuno who are getting so be increasing content now was sashing. You know the echo no what you are size now kitanwa what did you make 50 pesos and all 200%. Because I had 21 where you are watching was who. Na senka ya dia you trying to bet 10,000 or 200% ya. we as nka be dey do tu nsuo mu 100% a enie madwato de bi e wo Ghana bi ono so be gina so 100% ye ntro man mu yese de beko
de udi nkomo e de ye
nya no pepepe enne minim se dwato de bi aboa ye de na ne America no se ensuo de onyame de man yen kwa ye mfa no kwade se ya sen onyame de man yen na ke betuma no kwa no enne wo fifie kwafum kwa ji de sahye water ko we say sutini eda yen sa ase yen kwa ye mu ni ade nyina ipa bonefo maame abrewe go nyame no anepe mama na basa enye bi eba no mo ba afode ne ye frɛ 10,000 na man for tete wo afi edru 100 Ghana ya ohia tu ne ni hwemu a kodua santim Kingsford mu a ko wosu nkom tim sori ko 5,000 ni nyina nko edru 100 na ono abrewa no kura san na boso mu ko bi o mu nyina edi akire ko ti wo pesa hase nyame no anepe yenya ye be mani bi no omyenya o ma we mu anyenya no mutimu den nyame no anepe na ka galam say wu gina mu nanka ebuagum minka say ni pengu ba nipa boni sam a ye di yen nsofo nani abre no ye say omo adwuma na akosoro omo aye na omo ama ye enkurase ye nyina no msache water nti they are also taking advantage. Today, could you imagine? Me no aye ti kumase. Niam bi wa aye di won komo na wo gina kumase nko adi a. Uhunu the effect.
Na ofre fo bi frɛ ya na o kase nkro nketo.
So and nkro nketo mi na sase water no mo ye. Nti me mompa ye ma obi a o di dwuma no boa o man se omoka. But yenye no se be bitima manage ni kakra. Nti na me bobo no bi a kyerɛ se minim be bi a ensuo sase water kama saa. Oton mi ensa wansi. Enei. Nti se no kra no onsun ya ada na wa de odigi 50 pesos restricted under no circumstances na safo no munsu o mo atiso na wo pese wo de enko enim 100% increment edi wo ye ne bi beto man unya pege nsuo mu de kwa wansidi ene etrotro no makuye
say intervention if you aban aso ye ba no ugidi se
aban wo bibi obetumi aya aboa wo mo no so ho ahan wo mo a onye ma wo mo na nsuo die so ndo mo saka ne boa edi wo ha aw kese e bebre wo man
Kojo uni anu adi nkomo no
sure me da se bitaka for ne me nyan man no mo chade o am stamina used it still I go quite
fire no
used it never
what person dey na kusi dey na so to
used it never
buy yes na dey to ni dey na
you know Kojo ensuo no nkomo no dicey the idea make us now we can accumulated adjustment of electricity bills we share from 2025 by the end of 2025 first quarter of 2026 abanya adjusted electricity kakra but you know all those you know already know last time we two no almost out package ni zoo the actual package na consider no almost so Ghana had ya ba ko a mi hu aya na enye no
almost size no so
no so ubo se
no mutu no
de enye
fusk adie nim no
500 eguhu
dabi bokono
se ni ayesa mo
obutro mu grass
e mo ho a yogo tu nyina anya sa no
ya e pa de zinde o mati so ama na ya kiti ni ya sa to price ni e ya de a o se monitoring no we ya na me the share monitoring for no because you to one your label no 500
standard board for
yes you have to make sure say you do ya all turn now adani year can afenu me ye business what to electricity mama to me ye adwuma nu what to baako mienu miensa enan and you expect me say me so madwuma no enka wa o say esa indirectly no ugu madwuma no and this aban adjust electricity nisa ekwan be na offer so a ukushi no mo na electricity cost so a enye bill no mutua no kwa na cost all the other is cascading rubber na omudi twansu na nkasa tisi a petrol cost so eno so ebo no ebe kan kakra we cost so kakra eventually you are adjusting the cost of operation so now if the cost of operation is consistent then won't mean as individual no or remaining na on producing the no naseka because all workers obitua workers ka edu baby ya afi su ye abai what workers die mu and cost for the 9%. But almost to them so baby. Adjustment kakra. It you better kakra. What you know, eventually we can all ascertain say cost of operation of Sasasi water in Equasu. Nobody can deny that. And since I buy no mukosia, now buy will be a befaso. I had a certain tax intense incentive now be a free officer. They provide essential services, water for us to drink. So the name here, okay. Ensure ayemkwa. Ena say ehiyama yina dia na quickly no aban also wa just will be a certain intervention. Ye betumi ama omo cost no akofo. Apart from that no, but you said now okay. Galamsey ama ensure ene yesanom aye dangerous. A cross cry galamsey ni bi nko o de office aha e bi nko ba bi tse fijaze galamsey bi e friends mampo area galamsey bi eni ba se wondi bi nsuo because nsuo ni free ba bi na eba e train free ba ya pollute no a we attempt a bibi ba yewo e di currently the Ghana ha yete die ba bien we nsuo that former is safe to drink. A foam crown I will just a woody, sassy water, and the echo. Yes, aha, as it's now more foam crown, and now was sure and a deco foam. What has made the whole thing no, as it has become necessity. Ya want to me do away with it. And you know, as a serious, I was buying a tin and you know. Ghana, they have more problem. The way I fast to Yemen because we don't control our economy. It's a adjustment because Ghana, your Maya, who are just there, will be able to need him. Who party Sunday will be anti to be a couple. It was cautious in adjusting prices, but not that you have cry. Adiatia, ya to him, Adiatia, ya to him, Adiatia, ya to him. Abino was so to me certain hedging for goods on price. They be a petrol, your money cost rubber for me. Or the taxi aba. Also to me, my hedging. Say, yeah, just tell the crowd, met my who do 3 months, 6 months. And son of so why then is the cost run there? No, what to Adiati, no, what to well, you can't control prices. What do you mean control prices? And this advisor no mukusia, nekwanswa. Onu omusia aban meet your halfway because you not mean you can say utum from 50 pesos e call 100% adjustment. Our currency is such a way say we say a percentage so percentage of 100% of 0 is still 0, 100% of 1 is 1, but obi there or 20 no 100% of that is 20 cedis. In terms of quantum there. Oh no, you guys want to 70% cry. A 80 pesos. Because you mean can you pay what 80 pesos? Even you compare 20 pesos, no, the amount for yeah. And you know, a master adjustment, no, a year and I also share your smaller denominations where you spend this sika, edicha 10 pesos near, and the 10 pesos no be. Who they move into Sakra? Because the Google man I nuisance and Tory. But to be protected, those smaller currencies are. And Quebec, why am a adjustment to you? If you can just 1 peso or 2 peso adjustment, 20 pesos. I have understand 20 pesos or 10 peso adjustment. But unfortunately, the way I say currency in the name changes only. Now, as I was saying, automatically or 200%, and that's what triggers inflation in most of the economies. All right, that's the question.
You go so you didn't come up. They said them they are two and ADO to car rentals at Daroma and a day of fame bro. Young His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the video or didn't come up about contract say party for a GD say as a party for Denya or no so GD say as a so my Ghana according to one way bit me a Jumano and as I say the man was uncle we need the bed. And I say, Obebon home or D&D. You're hearing video, no, now for Yamra to Uncle.
Not talk about political victimization. That has been one of the banes of our private sector. Many companies start And because Ghana is a democratic country, potentially every 8 years there's a change over in government. And often if a business is seen to be associated with one party or the other, then victimization begins. And so like Jerry said, it is something that we should not encourage. I don't have political colors when I look at the Ghanaian private sector. And so many times when we started this Big Push program, and the Big Push program is transformative because it's injecting investment into the road sector especially. This is the biggest investment in the road sector in the history of Ghana. We're doing more than 2,000 kilometers of roads at the same time. And the thing about the construction sector is that it stimulates the economy. And so sometimes when economies are sluggish, governments intentionally invest in construction because the construction companies buy cement, and so the K-Oforis and others of this world will have cement to sell. The cement factories will have cement to sell. They buy iron rods, so the iron rod distributors will be able to sell. They have to buy fuel for their trucks, so the petrol fuel station people benefit. They service their machines, and so the car dealers and the earth-moving companies who sell those equipment benefit because they service the machines. Our mechanics get jobs to do. They employ young engineers, civil engineers and other engineers, and several of the sites I've gone to inspecting the Big Push programs. I've been very pleased to see young engineers who have come out of our various institutions who are the site engineers at the site where the Big Push is taking place, and many of them young women engineers. You go and she's in a helmet and they say this is a site engineer. I feel very proud when I see that. Carpenters, steel benders, everybody gets work when the construction industry is working. Food vendors who go to the sites and sell a little wache and banku and kenke also make something to go home with. Car dealers, when the contractors get paid, they go and buy a Land Cruiser for themselves. Car dealers also benefit. And even the spouses, the wives, and the side chicks also benefit. Because when they are paid and they get something, they give their wives and side chicks, some of the money. And that's an important avenue because you know where that one too goes. When the spouses and the side chicks too get, hairdressers get, dressmakers get, jewelry shops get, handbag sellers get. So don't discount that one at all. So let me get back to the point. So when we were doing all this Big Push program, somebody came and said, look, they're distributing it, they're giving it to MPP contractors. And I said, and so? Don't they have the capacity to do the job? Oh yes, they have, but they enjoyed when their party was there. It's time for NDC contractors too. And I said, look, they have the capacity, they have the equipment, they employ Ghanaians, they don't employ Togolese or people from some other country. And so why not? Anybody who has the capacity to be able to move the project should be given it. Because for me, it's not about who does the project. For me, the credit is that at the end of my term of office, I was able to repair all those roads, no matter who did it. And so, political victimization is real, but I also encourage companies to become independent. We must not all rely on government supplies. And so the people whose businesses are built on government patronage. And so if government changes, then easily says, oh, okay, won't do this for you. We've cancelled this contract, we've done this. There are a lot of companies, government really has to even encourage them and reward them for what they're doing. And so we must create an environment where the regulation is fair, everybody has the same opportunity, and everybody is able to get a good return on their investment. Because if our private sector gets a good return on its investment, then it's going to reinvest that money to expand their businesses or even to put it in real estate. And that, all that goes to improve the gross domestic product of Ghana. And so
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na anopesa ankomo yi se utie mampani nkomo no dia very nationalistic. Yes. The question is whether omobema no aye no said ya or applicable. Applicable. Why is it not applicable, Jojanza?
It's not applicable because about 99% of contract enforcing. Okay. Before it's done. And the way a year talk a year say a sick a yes sir, but enter sir. The reality check on sir. Opa big push your come me. Yes, subject to scrutiny. Opa nyabaraji yem form contract to when you be about 10% be then I shall company were formed just a three months and they were given big push. Big ones
3 months. Yeah. And run
big ones oh yeah small one oh 3 months no be of company 3 months no. The capacity is saying Nimby is saying but some big push fat ones no let's go to them. And when here publics you can't meet but I already checked it's not like that. Rebecca I need to do so once and one. Yes. Why was it lamented? Why was it lamented? Issue no President Debi or no Uncle per se there concern sir. You go back last year 2 years ago. Someone now mo pay rebate for one factory. What happened? And this was a down penny. And then they allow local industry say mano tax holders Debbie. And name abandons Debbie. Or a foreigner, mano. Because the thing say MPP for B. Also about chum, almost one this one or chum. But people investing to 90% of the country every year Juma. It's kind of stuck. And one year, I'm kind of quiet. End of the year, MPP year, son of Yeno. I didn't know of that problem with data bank. Data. Meanwhile, no, na in your fede. And so company, EB. The same thing when you're but flatter than more. Why was it a problem? And the Ghana politicians in there, the party, not about the party. And you will go because no your party member did that. Say your child, Ebia, or no party member, 90%, maybe a more the among a chef of 5 1. And whether the anchor ideal second you qualify or you call or you Juman or minimum the the man and that's the perfect thing. But yes, I had it Ghana. Omuna seven I didn't that or seven because of any advantage say or this camera share party that's the reason why. Reason tia also opposite party and one no. Omo hu nyesika no na da sponsor party the mo party nya no first can sambre that's the reason nyesa dia obi antia say da okay but tendering fine come tendering obi a fanchim Ye be go aban be go no. Ye tua contractors bi ka. Aban ni be nya bi. On the freezing assets. All the money is freezed. You couldn't even attack the which you freeze it. But we try to no money party members in the other party members. First can down the coin. I don't know any members. The coin. Why? And there are some now can a good thing. But I see off one on the chino. Tea. What kind of quack? Tea. Because person mom call for me. Yes, I party no more. And yeah, on my beer, you say per se, you create millionaires. China, no. The next 10 years, China more than half millionaires. That's what we push on in Africa. Magic scan from scan honey, Majimra. The China near ni man ya or the body of one mind. By yen yes, how we have what you bottom in the bottom, your general. You know, madam. Ndika, I did no, but Ghana, impossible. Ha, Cotton the bar. Some are restricted. Are restricted into 1 year month. So when you know, so you near the actual crata is so the mass was see. Now when you're party member, you one knows a restricted when you be. So sort of one. One also party member. You will be when you know who the party member, but behind the scene, on the a guru's power, go, you know, only a Thursday, only the bio will be almost a chase cam in the bar. Never man. Enti akofuru edim duase e mo ekra edim duase. Omo nyina ye party members in disguise. Enti me mama sky aye campaign e dey power. Na madwuma me ye obegunu. Wotim mu no. And aye police nya suban. You know, to buy to say, much as a sooner. No, yabi, no soon yabi. The Osuno, Unyabi, no soon. The Onyabiano, or Crantum. The sooner, now shall say, because to don't answer Minya, contract maybe, we say before Bano, and this one, and before the contract mom. And we was Bassa. Go, you no pay, they will pay.
Okay, on that point, Mamma Connor, Miss War, or say, we are party near when you're ready so big to be unfair be mouth. Now,
and come on,
the conversation, winner takes all.
And come on,
I really do not have a challenge with winner takes
President
all.
Talking was it,
but the president has
what is it for me, you are no one Casapedans obenya. Kaye nyane sa babisa se ono kwa ni party no ana ami abojate transport ministry road ministry nti mpo se wadi bi bemma ebi be fa president kwa aba ana se president bemma kwan se yembe dwuma bi ma wa akwan na yemiensa anya hwe ba ko emu ba ko de me as minister no so o se me so mi di wotumi se mi tumi di mo bi na nkomona ba bi twasia ne ba bi a zuzu anza kan ye Why am I moduma nkoso na yen so edu ya ho kire bere mu a omaboa yen nti monetization na ewo yen partisan politics mu no ene ne kofa sa how nyina bre wo man no di oye campaign no say president mama be ye ball bi o golden tree be raise fans adan nyimra okatete o
okay there were two
before election na closer na
vine
we make golden beans. Yeah. Golden beans, ya dana na me kotete ho. Say ebinum ba ye bom din. Me titi din bi penifo bi omo ama omo smile. Im yes am say, "Hey, sir, you go din am say, omo ano omo age aban akwan asabre na na do omo akwan omo yi akwan ni ade nyina omo sma omo reps omo de omo support e buy office adwene ne say
because they are business people
very good or secure the future when say election na di anim no anything can happen be there na china aban crisis ha ono na adwuma na koso awo nsem do to oman na se saa na be no a me maban ba ye menko a that statement the winner takes all e wo order e wo adwene wo the framers of the on the procurement act hon nti na omo de saa restricted ne hwan the opinion the aye general one ne dia choso ama mu nyina mahu ze no by e kire ho so restricted no they are restricted hwan mo na e wo kwan zo mtimbu mu and sana the almighty so source no so e di dwuma wo but na comfort dam ni onim no se sana mpanimfo ka no
baba mpanimfo
se so source no wo ha me be ni hwan na me mfa man
competencies of companies no
we are equally competent. We are equally competent. Oh, yes. And before prayer, the mouth be no more tongue. Kojo sanko mo ye be dia na minim baby e be kwa kosie. Tomorrow refine MPP for refining and refurbishing na when Nigeria. Oil left him. Omo businessmen including the national chairman here that omo nyina na omo omo ne benefit nti on revampo to no obi adwuma mu babra akra wo kraba no onya so mfaso ne ye koye campaign na on ne beyi bi obetam envelope no de aboa ne ye de akọ campaign ya awu nyina odwe no ye to abawi ye enne mfie nwotwe NDC ten opposition no non NDC phobia nkasa de okano eba competency a omo ho adwuma no betumi aye nimdie ne bibia wo ni party ni honti okobeden kra ye consider ene wotena ase edi awere ho kana no tumu na nyame na dum fie nwotwe so ye na MPP akonchen na nne na se ono so na banyaba na adwuma bi ho ye de ma na ono de ne nkrata aba na wa amfa am ono no ahwe mu hunu se kwa me enura wudidi ye ya na wo san didi a what if president wa office go ba wura mu abedu abeka to da dan so no didi a tete aso didi so no didi a tete aso didi we mu enura o mu di ya na ne so o mu asa bi ye kan ya no tu mu bra ye bre ye ne wona nam nso mu ni ade so nti eya akoye bibi se ene me wo ha de ne ho odin na obetumi no o hwebe nkuma na ohwe nifa nti se de meka obi ba fan reason no obi anim so wo hya aban we mu anyi kutadwuma ye pasa bro so na sika woni nsem nanso watam ni sika ni bi no de akwa akobo ha o secure in future anything can happen in the next elections nti ense se o man sa na ye ni awokan no na o say adwuma we should always appreciate competence why in the betimi ye adwuma no be ye ni ye nti one visit one factory no ye boa pharmaceutical companies no obusa president Mahama so odi nkan bae no hanom de ne omo enya ni yi so binko mo de ekokọ so MPP for bae so ko hin eneko book message ko he akate mfie wo twa MPP bae na akate farm tete say so obegina ha di adanse akate say ye revampo Daako farms na say na emfum so ni wo say revampo Daako farms akate so obaye na otisen arenchi na under you wakofom na niana owofom bi na ono apagya nti enyim hwehwe saa hwan wi hwan ya o edin bi okura wo de krata na beto ko na beda contractor na no edin na da so no a pia dia to baby din keke kura ya santi din o mfa ma din keke kura ya ngunani fatu baby nti yenya ye tintan ye ho a enye papa e de sei ye niema dunia ko se fata wo nimde ne akodi betima ye adwuma no na oman ma ne nya ahoto no onya ne sa nti e de ne nkomo ba ne ye ka kire wo minim se contract obi atumi ye bi NPP nsemi ba ye yi wo mu firi aban mu aye aban we ba ya wo hwehwe wo mu niema mu enkofo bi o mu din PP ye de kwan ma we bodin ni bi aye awa wote ga na ano road contractor onu kuru ya ekwan oji bi Oji okodoefu onukuru ye wosa na mkwayi mu sense ase galamsi we mu tafo benya mama masa kika ho na mo gogo niema ho na o manya kwan na mkra ye sa ye campaign se o mo pre leadership e wo party tafo ni nyina hwe na ye se fata o mo mfa ma wo mo ansa o mo ya asumi ye nze
I have a problem I
me create problem ma president me say president mama nya ni photo na hwe mani na me kan tire no say onye no mo hwe no mo nya ni man tentem baby a niema ni binam no enye kodo ya wo man chiche kwasam ni ye kan o sima ba ko na besin ko ya ni ye kan nsuo ni ha wede bre ye ho sakrofo nyina bi nsamone na ama nsuo ye nya nsuo ho ha wo man
okay
na ati eni nti ye nhwe enya isa de no president mama wo kan say resetting agenda I am seeing a different niema echina ni wa se ne bakura gina so opri bibia obi wetu ahwe the over 20
yeah. That is legacy.
Right. Yeah, the mass ankomo ye buy because the minority grouper omo enya opportunity e call forum no had raised concerns. One of the leaders raised concern. Yeah, the video no. Na fe Kojo and what
but to be held to that standard. The minority leader who has spent over 2 decades in both public service and private enterprise. He understands the hurdles that define the entrepreneurial journey, what it means to raise capital, to innovate through constraints and to stay resilient in the face of shifting market dynamics and a fragile entrepreneurial ecosystem. These experiences have deepened his conviction that entrepreneurship is nation building. It is precisely because of this that as political leaders, Mr. President, we have a responsibility to depoliticize entrepreneurship, to create an ecosystem where business owners can operate without fear of being tagged or targeted. When we politicize local enterprise, we create an uneven playing field that stifles innovation and discourages risk-taking. When this happens, it is foreign businesses that stand tall, and they dominate our markets while our indigenous enterprises are made to struggle. That cannot be the path to sustainable growth. Mr. President, whilst we celebrate enterprise and actively cultivate an environment where hard work and creativity are rewarded, the success of a business should never depend on which political regime is in power, nor should it be stifled by partisan labels. Our role as political leaders is not to frustrate any private sector actor, but to foster a fair and enabling environment where merit, innovation and hard work is rewarded. Mr. President, and as we nurture this culture of enterprise, we must also take a hard look as to how we extend opportunity, particularly to the youth. They must be supported when they demonstrate potential, creativity and drive. The Minority Caucus has spent recent weeks in
Right, and so that's from the minority leadership in this conversation. Mathieu, the minority leader, Fenyo Markin, when he raises the issue, and to say the colleague, he's also a business person.
Sure.
The question I ask is that, say, NDC are being na Fenyo Markin company a bid for contract as against other NDC people. I'm saying, say, they may also have had the same capacity. Also bid them for contract. What would you do?
I mean, I was a good you know,
I'm saying, and come on, baby, I'll be doing
make me why I'm remember one say soon did at 30
Okay, the answer is as straightforward as possible. Baby, I'll be doing President Mahama says, at the end of the day, rules must be done so that the Ghanaian people benefit. And yet, dear, or crime. But then for so I acquire the baby Ghana for means I am comma will be to me as sustaining throughout the 3 years.
Kojo, so come away, mammy, me first for the first, me digress kakra. For this course of encomono, sir, winner takes all near then. I have never liked democracy. I have never, yes. There is no country in the world that I'm developed through democracy. So I'm saying it here now. They can give us an example. There is no country on earth that has developed through democracy. US are democracy. US is not a democratic country. It's not. They build their economy with slaves, slave capital, carrying millions of Africans to build their slaves. Europe, what democracy were they practicing? Monarch. It was monarchs. And they rule for very long for stability. Eventually, Europe built their economy by looting Africa and Asia, India. The democracy are brave, say and practicing, and they come behind and manipulate the system. Say they won't be in control. Say the whole cause and effect of winner takes all is the fact that say I'm going to be rule of mine. It's your bar. Kofi Wayoka said me. Also, we made them poor. We can make them rich. Let's loot what we can, and then we go. How do they do it? Simple. They take over even businesses of the nation. It becomes theirs. So, enti wushemwa abayano ne niema omobe pri nyina ne ye kwan ya obefa so a obe take over the country. O take over the country, the economy. Wushe galamsey ya obi ba, oh, I'm fighting galamsey. Me de me ba beto obo they are taking over. They're fighting over. They are taking over. Way back, was a Voyata. Look at the way Voyata managed insurance and the financial sector. It was a means of taking over. Way mobile, mining, Brahim Ama, every contract goes to him. Yeah. Kojo, gradually, a bear, if we don't put measures down to check that.
No, why not to put measures in Kojo?
That is why the call by the president should just simply not be a call, but it should be a directive. Directive to the procurement office. Say you better consider contracts on merit. So your procurement laws new, but who read it on ma? Just we are no the restricted tendering, so sourcing. Why are they there? Because I don't think the two clauses there.
There may be instances where you would have to restrict. There may be instances where there's only one company.
But do you think that the reason of the restriction don't follow? They don't follow.
That's another.
I have read the law. Situation that allows that. No. They don't. Eventually, let me give you one answer. That XML. Oh, Obia over sourcing say Obia, why ye Jumana, one him dear, and even the law states certain number of years. Yet a company that was from 3 months was given millions with GRA. And the funny thing is that all the even top men at GRA end up working there after leaving GRA. What does that mean?
We'll see from Africa.
Oh, and the way we are going, if we don't check this, we will trigger. We are heading towards an unparalleled disaster because that winner takes all, and then the people elections become do or die because it's a matter of survival. So because say Obian say. And you say a bar bedroom says and contract wo by contract and I'm say a buyer was one and the man in for it did a recruitment of people living into the contract has become political. Apart from that, state enterprises are this state fund are funded data like STC, Metro Mass, even National Health Insurance. As soon as the poor baby then party affiliates jump in and take over because Obufi is a political enterprise. Meanwhile, these are public service. Metro Mass, public service. I was or what tenure of office? Yeah, I was a untimi go in the Babi Manichia, or ye Juma or Metro Mass. I buy the Sessa hands now. You want the flat. So, just why you're born, just why you baby. You ask a Kofi Befra, and no, they were never called. Kojo, in the Sawaya sa. Next time, no Sabema na. The politicians ne kwa catch the Metro Mountain. The more near cheap, no man fama, no man kwa, or more lose to pay. And that is the reason why my youth no be dear or for politicians. because you not say we kakra onim say ofiri ho a semaba eti President Mahama's call is urgent. It is very urgent, sir. And yet a matter of joke. And yet idea a appeal is something that should be a clarion call and it should be implemented by force.
Somebody just sent me a message and is asking that Afenoma Kenne Ninia Ahmed.
No more.
Na Omu Krumha. Na Niama a course in the last 8 years. Omu and suddenly they are raising the arguments almost raising. Meaning justified.
Oh, shall we him say? Or no one in the oya. It would him say the same about the ball. And no same Techino. Currently, all of a sudden, he sees the right thing and calling on the president to be done.
So, opposition.
That's what you see. Oh, if I never know Canina, and say, was it argument? Maybe someone say, it didn't go for a power where they the same people.
Say no more ruling opposition.
So, Kojo, Omokrade, Debbie Amicon, MPP near Waba, MPP, who was stronghold the Ashanti region. Will take you over. People in Metro Mass, other sectors now are by creating. Omoya Santifo, Ewokumasia, they dismiss them. That is, people I know they are MPP, they still dismiss them. That is why they lost and lost massively. Because those people, on to a member opposition, they dismiss them.
No man,
this is the kind of a year, the Afenoma case has seen the light. I hope the picture this year throughout. I did not could do say even posting in the public service is not affected by party politics and this do all thing. Says here about Bedru say next 4 years school. Now I identify home with the political party. Supposed to make me a delay, and I baby adobekono won't pay. Say you post to na politician be fat phone. Every where my crown no month into a baby juma. But some years ago, not those days, my wife said I know we school. Listen, the food must be say.
Next year,
Oh no, don't be a no, those days no yeah juma crown where you know me manager here na just say. Obasi quiet. Ni anyini na edu posting the sada ko maame no onye me agasa me edwuma wa then I got to the place. I was shocked say listen now those days na yen call line say the boho edu ba ko no di no edu ko no we e body na boso me frɛ ho we to have a particular line of names be ye ba mentia. I got infuriated. Got to the office. Now I'm saying, "What's your son? Somebody, wait, we won't have a posting. Now I'm never posting, but this one, trust me, Jungo. Oh, I've a year and a month before we try. Quickly, they remove the list. They remove the list. Then as they require no man different posting. So and we here on my side, Obiako school. Posting. How does it become either tribalistic or politically affiliated? And that is where we are heading towards. If you say contract free ho, abamu companies are established free ho, afe minute things, small things, ni na be politically affiliated there. Political parties are formed to facilitate the development of the nation. Nobody is MPP, nobody is NDC. We should forge on. But that is not what we see.
That's not okay.
Are we all being realistic? Are you expecting that party a contest while winning election or winning election we are now wa campaign ni bino wa ba say yen hwe obra party ni no ko bi no so e wo capacity
kojo mi answer ni
ebi ni capacity
all say enya capacity
say
who for me new
still
and I would do party members for me asem ni ho but the man na ye dada na company no obetoy they are all there omo bi na ye adwuma ho na ufa kwan bi so edi free omo a da emeni breba so and apart from that the one near ma obetimi creative for party members bi any near ma it should be national dem ya meka near go on practice democracy oko South Korea Samsung control 25% of South Korean economy aban beba aban beko it transcends across every government obi afade sanka oko USA Silicon Valley Nvidia it transcends over because all national data they control the entire internet traffic it ya ban bie ni ho a odidi awo Ghana company bay pa the jina homa Ghana we were here we saw President Mohammed's first term we saw RLG in the system on mobile here with somebody they were coming to build Hope City there then after the about society RLG vanished into thin air they seen there maybe what really happened it is because the way it was treated it quickly no abandon na was more akasa no me baby because it can be instead of creating real entrepreneurs we end up creating what I term as polypreneurs political entrepreneurs and political entrepreneuring doesn't transcend government because as soon as that party is dead the company will be dead so abiding national supporter national Kojo sa wona oba ye ne so wonim de wo ni mobile phone we ye bia e wo se aban o so etimi boa ma obi de obeba na wo so obi there should be a clear policy to sustain you in order to go
because your point is that osunu didi and teti asu didi
say nrade odi ye nrade ye Kojo ka no ne papa mu no but ye nyane sa na ye nyane sa no die nya den die ma nrafo no ene na me ka no ba bia me hawo no wo no si ye nyane ka ne papa mpa ne say adwuma no say de ne wo ka no obetoi RLG say na adwuma ye de ma no ya ye nhwehwemu ekoso ekoyi ehefo no afo adwuma nya Ghana fo mabu na
Ghana fo
ene ma wo ye no eso wo mfa so eboa wo man no ye mpia no nko nanim so ofoforo bi wonim die no so be establish foforo bi a ono so dey support adema na eye no ono so enye e no enwu wei ansa na wakoye wei na enye competition uze competition kura be mu a obi a bo modern say obeye de ye papa ma competition
but you raise the issue that President Mahama kan komo no di nkomo ni wi no okofie a the party phone baby san say na ye de
when ye be kofie hona me ka kire wo no obi kura be ko no aka je say hey papa na de na wo ko keka no hono de ene we no de be TV so no
I'm sure say odi nkomo Easter no omo eti party fie be kasa ha say ya na Professor Mills
yeah very good
wa ye party
nti de be TV so na me no akadnia nkofo be ko no wo fie ko ka je na papa ankomo na sa asem na keka de ye wo de sa aba party mu a obi kura be kasa ai ade say on the last time I say after me let's happen penifo bi kotena dem kura koso pa no enye abontinfo na NDC for penifo be sa o is ka dem say abanu kra mo me management o say you see the all year hwe ni mu enso kan papa mu no Kojo ye be tintan ye ho sa akosi da ben no obi de na bi ti fa ka say enough is enough if you na ko ye nya ne sa bi but ahode no so bi so kofa free baby na Kojo kan nipa bi he chire democracy no om de bre yen no niema bi wo mu a yen ho ne yen ko sponsorship ya wo kan party sponsorship yi nyina foreigners who wo mu foreign companies China for ne ade no ye be ye campaign na wo mu nyina fa he chire so honorable Kenya Japan and some men o ka chire wo ambo ne partners bi o mu ye foreigners no align o map was say build the center of Africa. E wa hanin nyina wo partners sankrofo ni nyina we need fact leadership na. Omo beboa ama o party wa campaign no atimi awini. Na we wie so a. Afi na yen so say the edition mu nra.
Afi ne beti.
Afi ne ye behwe ne abeti ho ka ne mfa so ti ka no ya mfa so no. Yakoye nim. Nti hwe yen ho nya ye niema
deserve and still keep the public service, civil service intact.
No, ni nyina se Kojo ka sa. That is there. Afanye dwuma e wo ho no a Ghana fo mabi esua omo wo hu nimde ne dia ma wo ye me no nkoso. Wo ye den ya party ni ba power. There are certain areas bi how wo ye den ya party dia. Sabi
efie nam.
Ye ne efie nam so hu. Enyanam no ndie e be kom mo. But ya ha say ni ye ho che yen. Nti na me ma on fatu ho bi Kojo kasa no say oman a yeto abewi a sabi ejanan so ye kura no ni petimi kokko pam nkrofo say ye ne yaba ya bentimi be hwe ejanan so ye the party meaning ekohwe ekoje ejanan hwe so a e kire wo nipa a ye wo oman no mu ye fansa de ya ho kire ne ye niam city nti wo ya na wa ye ni wo bai mu a ananu mi gusa asem bi say yen nuanom ne ye wo fa no ma egu ama no ne om sori om ma ne ye ka dodo no akore pe bia ko bisa se imu dodo sen no om se ba bi om ko ya ban bi
private work
90% work
100%.
enso so om be ye fi nti ekwan be na ban e fa so pia ankore enima be no di gu akwan mu ye te ha ese sante hini e bo am ye sisi kompa no chi akra niema contract awo ye djuma akra niema ba be katema port ni ye kura ho ayede and the NPP then komo wote ye di ho komo fie do ha nti ubisa ho say e man be na ye chichire no ye hwe ne sen ya boa man kra djuma akoso na at pressure no a e wa ban so employment creation no say individuals nyuma no koso akate farm koso da akode e koso you betimi esie bibia ba mu aban di incentives you betimi de gu akwa mu tax waivers ni ade e ma ankra no no matimi aya o mo fa mabunu na dwuma nya aban na ne pressure akofom ani nti sa na se ye kono ye nyai enhwe ni obetimi ya dwuma ni ye nyai na me party nti etumi ye ne sa enke na MPP fo ya o mo ka ho asem yi die in fact enjay yes a o ma o ka no kre pa but we enjay na no de sa mutwa ya muja kokoro no mu wura mu akotu ze GES director general kra no be ye a minister boy who bondo ko he records mu e wo GES director general nipa e di kro no say e ye hwan no mo free market kwa men so wa so ko omo a edi animu ni nyina omo free fire na omo bruise aso politics e wura baby secondary school headmasters nyina na mo ye no politics man kwala bi ye dwem nyinye mrentua ni ade di mpenimfo achi kakra o mesua na wo so obreso no mpenimfo yo na wo so ba wo so aba be bi na wo so agimpa no a papa no pese uja ne sese no die be send it for say omo so ma papa no pressure o hwe Ghana ye nkoso ntina dada no am nti niema ni bi wa wo ya omommoa no na ye nye mfa nsa kiramra breaking the 8 no MPP for na abrofo no bai but say NDC for ye omo niema yi a e bia na omo ni business so mfa so
Edi Otoka Rentals Adaroma ene de ofen bro say wabedu kuma say o asante mantemu you need a ride you need a car talk to them from SUVs saloon cars, whatever car you need. I've always told you, say, comprehensively insured. This is the old number. You can have a good time, sleep, comfort there. Edi Otoka Rentals, it will be. You want us to pick you from the airport? We are just a call away. Edi Otoka Rentals, Wadaroma, and the other bro. One war airport runabout DVLA. Close to the children's home. Anyone in Komo, the numbers are on your screen. You can as well give them a call if you are listening. 0244 063391 and 0266 439327. Edio to car rentals Adaroma and check Yabana Yano Abedin Common. With those ones, only animal common no mood not as a nationalistic nay, but is that the reality?
No,
ABC. It's your
Sunny support. Sana, we are so boy. Never be no. We move Sana almost way. Different, we are my we are the sign.
Na means the sign.
In chess, sir.
I mean, ding. At least, he will change for now. So be a Sunday only a feature a year. Now, I shall say, Bonnie. Never yet. It began the sign.
What's your president, Mahama? They are not as a car. It would have been worse than said the old canon.
I'm telling you, look, the entire Afro canon. But reading an article be. Or cassette journalists go and check.
Yes.
Hindsight.
When he talks about hindsight.
Everything is good foreigners. Oh, yes. It is a statement, no. Sad na inform more sad way. So now, and then when they juice in go foreigners.
Because when you collapse.
Look how one is getting away.
No, I'll tell you who that baby.
Oh, somebody here. And I found somebody. What's that? You know, so you okay. But if you was we are. Hello. What's the boy Jawa dear? Now, some tea lady, you say, I feel you. Or Jawa, you know. What count you 10? About say, I feel you.
You see the beer.
And then they see. Unye so oja no fe say eh be ma no fe onye ba oja ko tran bojo say oh say mo
me obi a waja akọ ware foforo ba and na o ka say adi a waya wanu no pa ne say
that is it
oja ware
and you know what they you see politicians these parties they don't change he only color na as sankeke blue and for the for green and for naba e ya ko no blue fi ho na green for ba e ya de ko almost say the look Parliament House yes ho e ko to ni mevre
China
yo ko amano ne
ndika yintimiye sankunye we Ghana for timiye poka so timiye
ebubukura
so that way
do you realize that your sense is sankunya no
if you hear about
chinji fi ho
if you hear about yango bi channel the buy
obi contract
we Ghana contract Ghana timiye you see omonye madwe say on fact omonye madwe say on saman no omonye say man they are taking over to now everything is going to them linya e komo until both on buy na company they are spring out ibe no they go company ni mo a sanyina kodin ho adwan so o ma gede o ma nye aso yanga mo hwe you know she because they know where the money went. Money mudibia. Even though you mean a company na me wo de. Me na me di one craft say bia. I don't know where the owner of the company. And yeah already there. Eti se chinwa na yakodemu a wo company na sanka kabato. Eti now with this guy sa enya one for 10 back to me na history. You see, eti omonya wan so so man no, but rather omo fun wan ne ma na afa.
Akoje Dr. Yini o ha.
Dr. Yini
Attorney General.
No way Kruma.
Oh,
ade oni ha.
Okọ nkran no hu.
Oh yeah, Juma pa.
Dey okọ holiday.
Oh yeah, Juma pa.
Sarcastic.
Oh yeah, Juma pa.
You are
abusafo yeni nkomo
enjomonsa
oh hwe we fidie so Daybreak Jumedie wo fache television ye de ebrewa no pa bia Joada kosi fiada ebra so se won so nkoma mpanimfo atranse a kira adwen wo ho no nso betimi a kira adwen kai se Edio to car rentals Adaroma ene ye de wo fe ebra kuma se airport runabout DVL Children's Home. Give us a call 020-633-4646 020-633-4747 Oba na ye no edi nkomo enuanom a eneye mo awoda no ye bema mo bre na ya de nyame ase so de afe ba akamu mfie ho. As always, just tell us what's happening around you. messages ahoro ayensa akana no pay so yebebo ye ho modern na yakenkan mo messages ni nyina ede amamo. If you are ready, we are also ready. Ewa ha Daybreak Jumedi and I dey everyone no pay. AD Auto Car Rentals Adaroma and they offense so ebrel. So reading your messages, picking your calls at this point. Emubiano yede nyame ase ema. Masaud Kumasi Mbantma says Ghanaians voted against the MPP in the 2024 election because of LGBTQ. President Mahama and the NDC has deceived the entire country following claims that the anti-LGBT bill is not a priority. The propaganda. Okay. So Abdullah Moro says, good morning guys, more fire. And he's from Wadana. Okay, that's a message from Togo, a nearby country who are also doing the listening. And Gideon's message is acknowledged. Gideon Owusu, your message is acknowledged. Hello, good morning. Hello. Mpacho mientio. Hello.
Mepacho, good morning.
Good morning, Yentio.
Mepacho, TV, boy.
Aye.
Mepacho TV.
Mpacho aye. Yentio from Wenchi.
Oh, yeah, Ghana has you. Democracy now is practice for Ghana. We use a MYA. I didn't remember. Yes, I give a buy no also that no. I bet you shall. If you are Timmu from my yen. A buy for the banner, a better man. Also to buy no better punch up for the thing. Now, how Abba. And this house situation, I won't done. It became a yin and a man democracy. You're practicing the Ghana and yes, and things are in my head. And the abandoned some of Samaka. Oh, South Sudan, military government, military government, over, take over, and to a bind. Now, Oma, no more so than Oma, what you think to come we are. Or what you do when you want to with them. I don't hear democracy. And the other thing, you have military who about other flat democracy rule. Oh. This house one, the abandoned also just added them.
Yebetimi afafrefo mienu miensa say why ready yebetimi no edin command pay as we read your messages and we also wish our friends and loved ones a happy birthday. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mpacho down where dey na yinti wo fache television so.
Tata esti nkoko ekuna. Masa project. Mpacho ana NDC NPP party. Yenti na party di ma me yomu ti ho. Na yenfa yenfa mu so beba. Se na penye ne kan. Say the same litano omkoba se akose tekiki. Yo ya to ho. Ya ko se ko do ya ko di pakro no a ikampezeka yana ko de ka NDC NPP here kiam from mo kura system Ukrainian no part near head also very man because alanka so and the Japan so small they get on be yen famo they are brewo the NPP when NDC fondo me da say
I'm sure I can pick a call or two. Na fe yabusuafo ene ye wan awoda no ye ma won awoda pa. Good morning. Hello. All right. Just a minute each. Meteorological agency aka kire nsuo said e be tom frama e be bo. Are we sure that we are ready? Mr. Uzansa?
Now, are you ready? What about the question? What are you ready? You don't know me. You don't know me. It's not a talk. You yiri a pesi. That's all. Onye obi anya prepared for anything. So we didn't be a minyantere, minyankanhwe, ebi a wo na mo kenkan. Ye de sebi at the office ye de skakra kikabu na ye busy kitikite. Ada say. Eti say we didn't be a minyantere. Etimwa netimu inso to a ebi yira faye. Inso anto a eti baby. Sa neti. Yensi.
Ajosu.
Ede nyame.
Are ready? Ready sesen. Nyame
say yes
unya yensu no to ana.
Emfo ye ne bia amre
Ghana.
Aye.
Yeah, that's what I hear. This year be West.
Hey, you before.
Oh, this year be West. Ye nye nipa bone fu ye ni adwen bone ma bibia o. Ba said ye ye niema no. Feeling no said ye akoso no. After saying so tea last year. Feeling akoso Mrs. Abri. Nyame aye ye fe ya sa Ghana de minimum man nyame do no chen ye. Hwe. Wo fa ba bia wo de kumase abonten akratu aniwe. Edumu ye kokoso. Na wa ba rewisi ho. Nanka sumi da ho. Emene na of Roman Hill. Usani ekire ho asomase ho na amansum na da ho. Wa ye ne sa. Ofuru manhia wo soro na abade chem so. Se we nya akokọ no nsuo da ho. Na zuo hu. Nti nga ye ni hawo. Gana ni nga wo mfa nsu yiri ho. Ba bibini no anyansa ma hu se da bi. Ba bia nsu no no kra ho na otena yiyi. Nti o ko blemu han. Nti wo say say we ready. We ri anyim no abosome nkono so awangu. Nti nyankopon de waye ne hyehyeye. Epeni twam a obeto nsu. Kojo mra mi hunade bi. Emra nsu ato eminim be bia momwo se mense mi hunu kokko mense mu hunu sa. From man na osu a etam from anem.
Yes.
I'm saying we need nkofo no kro we na tsunami sem no wo mu.
And that's what we should be expecting in the whole of April going into May and June.
And we are in South Korea na me mshimi.
They are mshisheba.
Me bo hu pa from mapa na
I was about to drive. I had to stop.
Oh yes, yes. Who say?
Who say me yan koye
Sabi Kojo yensie ho. Me because me who assembly Accra Kumasi big city me who say obia
dem kra kese enu na feeling ne ye no
it no feeling to obia small issue me enya small cry me issue say e ba say ya then the citizens become victims ubo so nam no bubu dai but this Kojo me ni otie asase ne yeton me ko ha ne ye okwa bruta ensuo no kra bi sinsuo so efie e bi sinsuo so when you don't have the drains. No matter what you do, so the better baby. But if you have the drains well constructed, a manager, baby a dynasty it be safe. It means a problem. We always take the lazy approach. Let's pull down their buildings. As if say you put in a down, but eventually assemblies, any those responsible, Minister of Environment, they should construct the drains and make sure those drains are free. From those there, Kaakyire na wo ho no. Ghana, Kojo ade anu say ye kwan kra, ye kwan na wi no. Anwa na ye to agu no, ye nsesa. Igua na sa dre ni afele gata. Bia be ko bia sa nati. Edi wonam ko ta so kwa na ka kese edi wani mu a, eze de wonam mfutu kwan so. Mfutu e board, eguso no. Omompra mfutu ni mfiri so. Just say, enwura ye nsesa na asa afele. Edi Kaakyire na ye construct no, pesi na no. Ensuo na entimi mfim. Sometimes I wonder, assemblies in the when it comes to sanitation issues, apart from ball and almost but when it comes to say, yeah, shama drain, baby, our drain storms, walk, a year, Juma way, Amunya Bibia, the kind of flood assessment they did.
Right, Abusha Farm here and no pay Miss Ramwa. If you sabri copy himself, June Bush, maybe corner. Meteorological agency say nsuo beto emframa be fat say de nra hu ye no ti ba bia o TV asiesie o ho anya saa
o kina say nsuo beto pa
obewu kwa enne eye wa awoda nti ye ma wa awoda soronko owusu amankwa Vera owusu amankwa, today is your birthday. It's a birthday greetings from Kojo Owusu. Vera Owusu amankwa, today is your birthday. Happy birthday going out to you. It's also the birthday of Sister Afia. Sister Afia is in the United States of America. You are a member of the Ahenema Nananum ladies. Ahenema Nananum ladies. Today is your birthday, and the members are wishing you the best of the day. Happy birthday to Champion Pounds from your classmate Maestro. Maestro is wishing Pounds, a classmate, a happy birthday. So Pounds, good morning and enjoy your day. It's also the birthday of Hajia Sualisu. Okay. Hajia Sualisu from Tamale, you are. Happy birthday going out to you. I hope that I got your name right. And it's also the birthday of Lena, an old student of CAS 1994 year group. Lena, today is your birthday. Happy birthday going out to you. We are also celebrating the CEO of Dear Baby. The CEO of Dear Baby, Franca. Today is your birthday, and Evelyn is wishing you the best of the day. Obi bia ne eye wa woda. Yesre onyame nhira na dom ene na ehumobro edema. Ye ka se onyame onto nsupa. Emu emfie no so na omani nhira enye kese. Eje usumba. Kwan na edi na woda bi.
Woni de woni awoda. Me yonko pa.
Odi na woda.
Tie menene na di agro ogawuli. Oton Fools wa Best Park. Ne ma me fie say wa KO 88.
Oh, okay.
Kodan benkum so. Offense di shente memre da e be ni kosi ya da nyina Abes Park. E be kata ma me fie say wechi. Adofo meja ogawuli di ashround de nkwanta nanso. Obi Adamfo.
Okay.
Ti really on shedding. And I'm for eternity.
All right. Abusafo ha na yede nanso ebesi bibia kamu ana. Yede nyame ase. Business.
They said they 20% down the set it.
VAT 20%.
Chitin papa ja. And me share it, I hope somebody be chiro. Because me who did tell some 20% be. Me dear.
As a retailer.
Me tiasie. Me kata mtiasa na mbwa.
Oni.
No, ni Jerry
I think that this is probably the third time you have raised the issue. Kojo Usu. Any production team no Sremwa. Ghana Revenue Authority. Na ye no ni nkomo. Na omo metre 20% VAT are retailers each year, so that they can be able to do that business and do it well.
Yeah, Kojo,
yes,
right. Every Ghanaian business needs to be protected.
Every Ghanaian business needs to be protected.
No matter what party affiliation. Because without that, if you're able to do our small thing, supported by the state, no matter your political affiliation, I think at the end of the day, you're able to move forward.
Right, we are back from Easter. I'm sure that you have rested enough to be able to put productivity at the front burner. I had a day and net or some is immediately Kojo Marfo, for and net ekosi dapim. Daybreak Jumedi or Facha Television. So ya bantama, yane bantama press the NFA anymore. Yane apsa over the same building. So nyame on kaya na omana watching so enyuedu edamwase.